Hello, everybody. I'm back again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A lot of people still does not know about Allison and what happened to her, so that's why I come on talking about it because there is a lot of people that don't know about what happened to her. We're also going to talk about other things too. Let's see, Innocence. Hey, Shauna, Sammy, Sugar Boom Boom, Abigail Rose. Angel Loader, God's Girl, Walk the Line, Michelle Tucker, Lynetta Williams, Yanni, Paula, Laura P, MC Lick Lick, Sun King, Believe, Sugar Boom Boom, Laura P, Debbie Nelson, Stitches and Beaches, Rain Girl, and let's see what we got. Hillbilly Nitro, MC Lick Lick, I Bleed American, Pumpkins Mama. Come on in, everybody. Some of y'all didn't watch my last live about, hey, KM, Allie, but Allie did. I just want to give y'all a little bit of what happened with Allie. Um, Allie had pneumonia and she let it go untreated, like all of us do, because Houston Valley sucks and you have to sit for hours in the ER. Hey, Dale, Telly, and so I guess she got septic or her oxygen got low, and so she collapsed. Now, during that time where she collapsed, True and her boyfriend went downstairs and found her. I don't think she was breathing because they said she went 8 minutes without oxygen. So evidently, they live really close to the ER. So Houston Valley, yeah, you know how Houston Valley is. So I guess that they've got her at Houston Valley. I'm not for sure, but where she went 8 minutes without a breath, and hey, Granny Lynn, and she also fell and hit her head. I don't know how hard she hit her head, but I know she hit her head, and they're talking like she may not come through. I thought they took her off the vent, but evidently she's still on the ventilator in ICU, and they've got her under medical induced coma. So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up because a lot of people don't know about it. I was in White Voice chat and a lot of people didn't know what was going on. Hey, Kitty Cat. I don't know Allison's personality. She was one that seen summer, but this is horrible. Yeah, so I do ask for you all to pray. Not sure if it was sepsis or not. Daisy, what is the limits for brain damage? 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, brain cells start to die. And in my opinion, it's probably longer than 8 minutes, to be honest with you. Too bad True didn't know how to do CPR. Sayla said, that's horrible. I may not agree with everything she said, but I'm praying for her. Has children. Yes, Hunter is actually at the hospital with her right now, along with True and along with Sherry. I don't know about the youngest daughter, but I know that Andrew was asking for money for Hunter because he supposedly didn't have money. They took her out of the drug induced coma to see if she could do, hey, Tams, could do on her own. And yes, she said to be septic. So how did she do, Truth Hurts? Did she do okay on the CPAP trials? Because I know they have to give them CPAP trials. Is she not able to breathe on her own? Is that why they're giving up on her? Because according to Andrew Hiltz, hey, Rocker Girl, they're saying 90% chance that she's not going to make it, which I've never heard that before, but I don't know. And they said if she does make it, she'll not be the same. Someone messaged Cam and was asking why he let his wife do what she did. So he made a video showing Allie. Yeah, a lot of people's getting that Allie mixed up with Hunter's Allie. That's why I did a video today on it. Truth Hurt says not well. She is on a ventilator and has a 90% chance, or 90% chance of not surviving, or 90% chance of surviving. It's sad, you guys, because Hunter, he's still a baby, you guys. No matter if he's getting ready to become a dad or not, he's still a child. Bear's still a child. You know, both True and Hunter is expecting babies both. I'm gonna put a link out if anybody wants to come up here with me. So she's expecting 2 grandchildren, and she's only 38 years old. She's still young. Truth Hurt said Hunter came on Andrew's panel a couple of times today, and he showed his mother in the bed. It was sad, a 90% chance of not making it. I am going to put a trigger warning up. I'm going to show you all what Hunter showed today. This is Allie. I'm only going to put it up for a brief minute just to prove that she is sick and she is on a ventilator. And it's just going to be very brief, just so you all can see that she is on a ventilator in ICU. And this is per Hunter FaceTiming Andrew. That's her there. So it's really sad because a lot of people said that they didn't believe it was true. This pneumonia isn't no joke. That's going around. I know. And Hunter has the flu. So Andrew said Hunter had the flu. So yeah. So did she have the flu too and just went undiagnosed? I know I had the flu or something one time because I had a high fever. My heart rate was like 160, but I tested negative for the flu and stuff. It was before the COVID. But if I had to guess, I bet Allison had more than just pneumonia. She could have had a touch of the COVID, but they said she posted negative for that. So I just wanted to come back on here and let people know that does not know and that's not aware of what Allison is, what's going on with Allison. It's not Cam's Allison. That is Hunter's mom, Allison. And I'm going to put what True put up here. This is a post from True. And it says, please, please, please pray for my family, especially my mother. She is in ICU and it's pretty bad. And I just want God to look over her and for y'all to please keep her in your prayers. We don't know a lot right now, just hoping she'll make it through the night. And please, y'all, stay safe. People are getting badly sick out here. And it is bad, y'all. It is bad. Hey, Guinea. And so a lot of people did not know this was going on. I thought it would be all over YouTube by now, but I don't know if they're getting it mixed up with True or with their Allie or what. Let's see. I hope True and H's girlfriends are taking precautions not to catch anything themselves during this time with them being pregnant. I agree, but I do think that True is at the hospital with her and Sherry. Something is going around. I was sick and many others. That's so sad for those kids and new grandkids. I know. She's got grandbabies coming, y'all. Hillbilly Nitro said, I keep my butt at home and always from people as much as possible this time of year. I don't want to get the funk. Well, unfortunately, I had to go get my medicine, and that's where I caught mine at. Prayers for Allie, Hunter, True, Bear, and family. Yes, y'all. So sad. Lord, to be with all of those suffering from illness, stress, and anxiety. And with it being pneumonia, I would say her oxygen was really, 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 really low. That's probably what caused her to go unconscious. Here in East Tennessee, there is tons of RSV. Yes, truth hurts. And pneumonia going around, and it's mean. Yes, Candace had RSV. Everybody tried to say Candace didn't have it, but she did. She had it, and y'all heard her the other day. She sounded horrible. Thank you for sharing this. They need a Nanya prayer as possible. As many prayers as possible, yes. It's bad. Even people who are pretty healthy and living healthy lifestyles are going down with these viruses. It's scary and sad. I know I was not feeling very good at all. You still got it? She still got it, probably. And Sherry has Bear, but if something does indeed happen, Bear knows her father in New York and will go to him, thank goodness, and he is said to be a good man. Oh, I hope so. I hope that she don't have to go through that. She's been through enough, that little girl. We've had RSV outbreaks here in North Texas. You would have think that we're True's old enough now that True could actually take Bear. People have spoken and they want Ronald. Oh, Ronald. My cousin's wife just had a baby girl on the 5th, and they are letting everyone visit. I'm so worried that baby is going to get sick. Yeah, that's not a good idea. That is not a good idea at all. My little grandson has RSV, and my girl's grandmother just got out of the hospital from pneumonia. She is a health nut, and it's about took her out. Oh my gosh. Hey, Truth Hurts. Do you know if Allie is in Hostin Valley or is she at Indian Path? My guess, if she was unresponsive, they took her straight to Hostin Valley, where she lives near Hostin Valley. You think Bear's already with her family? I don't know. No, Bear isn't with her father yet. She is with Sherry, Allie's mother. They said Sherry was at the hospital with her, is what they're saying. They're saying that Sherry and she's at Hostin Valley. That's what I assumed. And I hate that because Hostin Valley is so quick to take people off ventilators. I'm telling you, they tried everything to get me to take my mommy off the vent. They did not want to let them. That's one thing I don't like about Hostin Valley. Hey, Nora Woods, is that they want to take people off the ventilators and not give them a chance. And I had to practically fight with Hostin Valley to keep my mom on a vent. She was, and Sherry and Bear went home to rest around 3 today. How is she doing, Truth Hurts? Is she doing okay? Is it true that she's got a slow chance of making it? I'm very healthy now, and I could COVID in 9 days now. You've had COVID 9 days? Oh my goodness. I don't say that for sure. I would say she's there as well. Y'all pray for Christine. Y'all, her hair's starting to fall out by the gobs. She showed us today. She wanted to share that part, but she's afraid people will take her pictures and run with it. But her hair is yeah, it's not good. Prayer for her, you all, that she don't get sick. I don't know, Daisy. They don't really talk about Bear much at all. For a good reason, I'm sure. I'm sure too. Thank you, Sailor Rose. She showed me she had a big bald spot in her head where her hair is falling out by the gobs. And it makes me so sad, you guys. Let's just pray that she don't get this pneumonia and stuff going around, because it's not good for her because she's on that hardcore chemotherapy. I almost died from pneumonia when I was 6, terrified to get anything bad respiratory again. It is scary. My daughter kept pneumonia when she was little. Yes, we know. Oh my God, Daisy, Miss Christine has totally breaks my heart. I just cry and cry for her. She's such a gentle soul and loves the Lord. Yes, me too, y'all. And it's sad. She wants to share that journey with everybody, but she's afraid that people's going to take her pictures where she don't have hair. She said she just can't get herself to do it. Told her to shave it. Mine fell out. Was all over. She's getting ready to start shaving it, you guys. She said it's fallen out by the gobs. She had this huge bald spot in the front. Send prayers for Miss Christine, but Miss Christine is beautiful with or without hair. I agree, Dee Dee. Y'all, I want to cry. It makes me want to cry. That people could be cruel to somebody going through cancer. I don't get it. I know she wants to share it, but I wouldn't blame her. There's a lot of things I won't share because, because of how mean people's been. I'm I'm good, my friend Sayla. Oh, she's talking to Sayla. Hey, sunshine. Hello. I am so sorry to hear about Hunter's mom, Allie. I'm praying for Allie and Hunter. I'm also praying for Christine. God is there with her. And she's not even really recovering from the chemo from last week. She's still really sick, and she's got to go back day after tomorrow and do more hardcore chemo. And so I don't know. Allie went and won for anybody that's coming in about Allie. I know a lot of people are not what familiar what happened. So apparently Allie had really bad pneumonia and didn't go to the hospital. Hey, love escort. Everybody knows where Allie is, love a Scorpio. Everybody knows that she has to be either at Holston Valley or Indian Pie. Anyway, Allie had really bad pneumonia. She went unconscious at home. I'm thinking her oxygen level probably dropped. True and her boyfriend was upstairs, came down and found her. Allegedly, according to Andrews, she went 8 minutes without breathing. She fell and hit her head. I don't know how severe she hit her head, but she did hit her head. And now she's on a ventilator and she's fighting for her life, and it's not looking very good at all. They're saying that it's that she may not come out where she's went without oxygen. And some people are saying that she's also was septic. That has not been confirmed either way. I'm not sure if she was. I'm just going to according to what Hunter said and Andrew Hilt said, that she may not make it through. And I was so sick doing my first chemo, sores in my mouth, weak, almost needed a walker. Um, she's got sores in her nose. That's why her nose is bleeding. I asked her today, was she getting sores in her mouth? And she said, not yet. When there are only 2 hospitals and the hospital bands were shown and room numbers, it ain't hard to figure out. Surely to God, no one with any sense would use their info negatively. Well, if they call up there like I told them, they're not going to get anything because of HIPAA law. There's no nurse in this country that's going to give out personal information or even tell if somebody's in that area. That's private information and they will not. And Houston Valley does have a lot of security, you guys. A lot. And all this was given out per Andrew earlier. Hunter was FaceTiming him. So, yeah. And They got family there, and she's in ICU, and ICU is a very strict unit. So I doubt very much anybody would even get through to her. I can feel the emotions from Christine and what she's going through. I know, it's so sad, you guys. See, I seen someone post, why are people close to Summer's case dying? Oh, I don't know. But if we do lose Allie, that will make 3 people that's passed away in Summer's case. And I mean, it really is. I mean, it's kind of true in a way that this case, this poor case. Let's see what this is. Oh, I like that cow thing she just sent me. That's cute. That's a cow picture. And then this is Christine's. Oh, I love that. She's making. Oh, I love that. This storm is wrecking my internet. I know. I'm surprised mine ain't went out either. Let's see. Hunter actually showed her in the video live in the hospital room. Yeah, I did show a picture of it. Oh my God, love a Scorpio. Get out of here. My goodness. She's getting on my nerves, y'all. I don't even know why she comes in here. The way she's talked about me is on that other live. Let's see. H and True just needed to be careful coming and going just in case there's any crazies, but I don't think anyone would do that. Well, I know that he was having trouble getting food and stuff, but I think Nana's Angel is not Anna's Angel. Um, um, Nana for Life has been helping them get food and stuff. Like I said, it does cost a lot to stay in a hospital, guys, but they do live very close to the hospital, or they did. I don't know if they still do or not. But Nana is really good about helping out. She helps Candace out all the time. And I know if they say Nana's helping, she probably is helping them out. Yeah, Love is Scorpio. Yeah, she's that girl that come after Candace real bad. Nana for Life is helping, and Hunter's Cash App was dropped, so foods were going directly to him. That is awesome. That is awesome. And I know a lot of people think, but if you've got 3 people staying in the hospital at one time, they're not going to get food for free. So it is going to cost them something, y'all. And I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but it does cost to stay in the hospital. It is beautiful, Wind and Wine. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. But yeah, a lot of people were confused. They didn't know what was going on with Allie. But yes, she is on a ventilator. She is allegedly septic. She did allegedly, according to Hunter and according to Andrew, she went a little while. They said 8 minutes, but it probably was a little bit longer than that, I'd say, without oxygenation. And they don't think that she will pull through. But hey, God has other plans. You never know. Maybe Candace should be seen again just to make sure she's getting better. She sounded better today. She did sound like she was doing better. Said healthcare is so expensive. I truly believe so many can't afford it. So daily delays them from seeing the doctor. Especially if you don't have insurance. If you don't have insurance, you're going to be in that ER for a long time. And you can't be seen in urgent care unless you pay up front. So if you don't have money, what are you going to do? It's a damn shame that our healthcare systems, that these insurance companies are so high that you can't even afford them. And that's why people delay. Like, I know I have a kidney stone right now. I know I do. But I don't have thousands of dollars for a CT scan and all that. So luckily I've got antibiotics, and hopefully I'll pass it but it's expensive. Yes, and people were saying for him to go to the food bank. How in the world would that work out for him? I know. It's like, okay, so if you're in the hospital, you don't want to leave your loved ones. You may run down to the cafeteria, but you definitely don't want to leave your loved ones. And you get hungry at night. And let me tell you something, Host and Valley is not the nicest people to comfort you. They absolutely. Yes, I got antibiotics for a UTI. He didn't do a CT scan on me, Allie Joe. I don't have the money for a CT, so he didn't do one. So I must have had a really bad UTI from this kidney stone. He didn't tell me exactly what my labs are. I'm curious to know. Um, Holston Valley, though, um, we stayed all night with my mom for like 3 days, and we'd sleep out there on them chairs. And I'd have to sleep on 3 chairs. And they would get up, they'd come in like 5 o'clock in the morning and turn all the lights on and tell us we'd have to leave the waiting room until they get through cleaning. So we never got sleep, and they were very rude. I do not like that hospital at all. I believe that hospital is the reason why we lost our mom as early as we did. And that's my opinion. They tried to get me to take my mommy off the event early, and I'm worried they may try to do this with Allison. Also, if she has a medical or state health, we know you don't get as good of care or no insurance either. That's why they pulled mom's plug. Insurance. She was 52. Yeah, they tried to get me to take my mom off the vent, and I wouldn't let them do it. So they put a trach in her and forced us to ship her to Chattanooga because my mom was dialysis and a ventilator patient, and that's the only facility that would take a ventilator dialysis patient. Our healthcare systems here in America is so messed up. We also need to understand that Hunter may be paying for his mom's funeral expenses in a few days, and he's only 17 years old. Please pray. So sad. I hope not. He's too young, y'all, to go through all this. He thought of Leslie as his mom, too. I'm sick. I think I have a UTI. Still in chemo. It's been 4 months since my last one. No insurance. I lost it. I'm sorry, Pink Butterfly. That's so wrong. We need better health care in the United States. They don't even care about us anymore. In my opinion, our country does not care about our American citizens. I mean, look what they're doing. Look at the homelessness on the streets. The hospital is where all the germs are. I never see anyone clean the door handles. I always try to when I would work. I cleaned everything, honey. I was cleaning everything. I lived in the boonies. I was in being seen in 15 minutes for my pinched nerve. You was seen in 15 minutes? Honey, them pinched nerves don't play. At the trauma center in Seattle, they see everyone regardless of insurance. They do see you, but they make you wait hours and hours. Houston Valley has to be the worst. Oh, I think I would probably go back to Harlan's hospital before Daisy, and she worked at a doctor's office. Allie worked at the doctor's office. Oh my goodness. It was 3,000 before insurance when I had a kidney stone zapped last year. Wow. That's a lot of money I don't have. That's sad. The kids are too young for this. I know. They may have to cremate her if she don't survive, y'all. Hey, I want her to touch. Unfortunately, health insurance costs for the final word on the health care. It's ridiculous. It's so, like, I tried to get Blue Cross Blue Shield for just myself in the spring of last year. It was $500 a month. There's no way I can afford $500 a month. There's no way. That's way too much. Y'all, I'm getting behind on this. Hostings has gotten pretty bad reviews in Google. Oh, yeah. Hosting Valley. Just ask Jinkies how they treated her when she had Logan. Not to mention, they tried to trick me into letting my mom die. My mommy was on a ventilator. She was awake. The doctor was talking over her. She was looking at the doctor. She was looking at me. She tried to get up out of the bed when her grandbabies left her bedside. They were talking about trying to take her off the vent. And all of us had agreed to do it. But I looked at the nurse and practitioner and I said, well, if she stops breathing, are you going to put her back on the ventilator? And they said, no, we know she's not going to breathe. She failed the CPAP trials. I said, so you was going to sit there and let my mom die while she's awake? Well, we can give her medicine to put her to sleep. I said, that's like euthanizing a dog. Boy, did I let her have it. I let that nurse have it. She was trying to trick us into taking our mom off the ventilator and not putting her back on, just letting her sit there and smother her. I don't like Holston Valley, you guys. I think they checked her for COVID and she don't have it, but she has pneumonia. Burials are expensive, yes, I know. Yeah, they tried to trick us. I just got this horrible feeling over me, like, oh my God, I can't do it. Listen, I did it with my dad. It's the biggest decision you'll ever make. But when it came to my mom, I don't know. Something just came all over me. I was like, I can't. Probably because my mom was still awake and she was reacting and she was herself. And so I just could not do it. Diana P said, if I had an emergency gallbladder surgery recently, which required a helicopter medical transportation, and my insurance plus Medicare paid everything but a small deduction. Thank God for you, Diana. Thank God that you had that. That's awesome. I'm so glad for that. You didn't have to be stressed out over that. Let's see here. I pray that God uses all this to bring Hunter to him. I pray that Hunter is a witness to through his heartbreak. I do have to say that his dad, Andrew, has been by his side talking to him, getting him through this. A lot of people say that Andrew should come down here and be with his son, but we all know that that's not the easiest thing to do, especially if you have other children and everything else. So I can't really judge him for that because sometimes I don't think they have enough money to get down here, for one. They did trick me with my mom. I still regret it. I had no clue what to do. I was 34. I had no clue. Well, it was me and Jinkies, and well, it was the whole entire family with her, with my mom, and everybody had agreed, but I was the one that just felt that bad feeling, and so I told her, and I got so mad at her. Oh, she left because she knew she made me mad. She knew I was a nurse too. I was a nurse when my mom died. And so I wasn't stupid. I wasn't stupid. And she wanted us to think that. So if we would have all agreed on that, what they would have done is they would have went in that room. They would have gave my mom an injection and put her to sleep. They would have pulled the tube out and my mother would have smothered to death right then and there. And I just couldn't. I could not do that. We asked Andrew if we got the money together, would he come be by Hunter? He said he could not leave his children due to no sitter. Yeah, they said his wife was sick and she had already took time off. So she can't really leave the kids there by themselves. I know that COVID pneumonia is bad, y'all. Bad, bad. But yeah, let's see. Candace, please don't wait if you are having trouble breathing. Well, she was the other day. She sounded plumb horrible. Y'all, Candace and Allie might not have had a good relationship up to this point, but Candace don't she's praying for Allie. She don't wish anything bad on Allie, It's just a sad situation. She doesn't wish anything bad on her. I know, Abigail Rose. That's why I don't like hosting Valley. Hey, Mindy McGee. I think we and wear a mask again. I guarantee we'll be end up before this year's over with. We're gonna be wearing masks again, y'all. I don't know. I just feel like something's getting ready to happen. We need to get prepared, y'all, for something. I feel like something's gonna happen. I don't know what it is, but I do. But yeah, I'm gonna show you all what True put on her page here. This is the last thing that she posted on her page. Please, please, please pray for my family, especially my mother. She's in ICU and it's pretty bad, and I just want God to look over her and for y'all to please keep her in your prayers. We don't know a lot right now, just hoping she'll make it through the night. And that was yesterday. Please, y'all, stay safe. People are getting badly sick out here. So it must be real bad there in Hostin Valley. Daisy, it's already happening around us now with the sickness that's out there. I know, you guys. We're going to try to stay as positive as we can. I won't even let my husband talk about politics because last time I got so wrapped up in it that it overwhelmed me, and I don't even want that. I want to trust God and let that be what it's going to be. I'm telling you, Daisy, it's awful. I can imagine. I can imagine how bad it is. I will not be wearing no mask. They can guess it. I will be careful, but not live in fear. I don't blame you. That's your choice, baby. Everybody's entitled to their own way of, you know. My 14-year-old granddaughter had to be lifeline to Children's Hospital a couple of months ago and was in ICU. Fortunately, it was covered by the Medicaid. Her dad doesn't pay child support or help. Oh, I hope she's doing better. I pray she's doing better, honey. I'm sorry about that. See, it's sad. That's sad, y'all. That is so sad. You want to come up? Anybody want to come up? I'll put the link out and talk. Did this really bad sickness come from our open borders? Who knows what they have? I know. I think a lot of things is getting ready to happen due to the new election that's getting ready to happen. That's just my opinion. That's just my guess. Is Allison expected to survive? According to Andrew and Hunter, there's a slim chance because she went so long without oxygen and she had sepsis allegedly and she hit her head. I don't know how hard she hit her head, y'all. Um, According to what Andrew said, it does not look good. Well, y'all have a good night and pray for one another. And please, if you feel like helping, help. And if you don't, then that's okay as well. But don't bash the ones who chose to help. Absolutely not. Truth hurts. And thank you for helping them. And thank you for being there for them. And you have a good night, Truth Hurts. God bless you for that. Did you see that comedian Cat Williams exposed a few of Hollywood's comedians on the podcast? We're going to talk about that. That's definitely something that we're going to talk about on another live, y'all. We will talk about that. Allison is in God's hands, Debbie said. She has many prayers for her. I hope she survives and she has 2 new lives coming into the family. Yes, both True and Hunter are getting ready to have babies. True's having a boy. I don't know what Hunter's getting ready to have. But I did see that True is getting ready to have a boy. And please, please, please pray for sweet Christine, my God. She needs us all to lift her up. Yes, she does, y'all. She's going through a hard time. Y'all, Christine pays over $100 and some to have her hair done a month. And now her hair's starting to fall out by the gobs. And then I know that has to take a toll on her. Me, I don't care so much about my hair. But Christine, she's a girly, girly girl. A nurse the other day gave TikToker an ICU information, and the nurse went into details. Patient was in medical induced coma. I couldn't believe it. Ooh, that nurse is in trouble. She's in trouble. Not only will she lose her job, the hospital will get sued, and she could go to jail over that. Thank you, Running Bear. How's Candace is doing? She has pneumonia. Candace is in here. I think she's doing better. So evidently it's overflowing there in Houston Valley where she's at. Miss Christine is loved. Yes, she is. She has the same cancer I have. I had long hair when I started chemo. Oh, how are you doing, Pink Butterfly? Are you doing okay with that? Are you doing okay? If it would work, I would cut my hair off and give it to Christine. My hair is past my waist. Oh, she's still the same and has a bad cough. Candace does, yeah. Candace is also sad about Allie, y'all. They used to be friends. Allie and Candace used to be friends. So she don't like the fact that Candace or that Allie is possibly passing away. But if she did go without oxygen for a significant amount of time, and she was septic, that's not good. Not good at all. I thought somebody come in here earlier on my earlier live and said they tried to wean her off the vent. But I don't know. Let's see. You can find the white papers where they admitted to putting SV40 virus in paleo vaccinations. There was a monster red survivor. Christine says she thinks that maybe her cancer is linked to that shot. That's what she kind of thinks that might have caused her to get that cancer, breast cancer, because she was fine before she had that shot. That's just speculating, though. I'm not saying it's for sure, but just speculating. Y'all, I've never had that shot, and I don't intend on having it. Let's see. Diagnosed her first treatment, and it was late. That isn't night of chemo. Let's see. No, she's off medical-induced meds. She is off medical-induced meds, and she's not coming to. Running Bear, is she coming to? Do you know? Annie? And they can actually do a CT scan of her brain, a PET scan, and see if there's brain function. She's not waking up. That's sad. A lot of studies are suggesting that, but the power that being are doing everything they can to keep that information away from anyone. I'm surprised that the COVID shot, Christine, has suspicions about it, that it could have caused her breast cancer. She's just got suspicions that it could have done it. I heard, let's see, they took Allie off ventilator, was up to her to make it. I heard that too, but then I didn't hear it on. I didn't hear Andrew say that. I don't know where that's coming from, so I don't know if it's true or not. Hey, Bonnie E, just got home from work. It's raining, cats and dogs, and foggy. Well, I'm glad you made it home safe, sweetheart. A lot of people's health took a hit after vaccines. My a cardiologist advised me not to get it. I'm scared. Running Bear said she's still on the vent. So she still is on the vent, but they tried to take her off of it and it couldn't. Is that right, Running Bear? Are you related to her, Running Bear? Are you a friend of hers? I'm surprised that Prayer Garden hasn't come on about this, because Prayer Garden knew Allie. She was friends with Allie at one time and had Allie on her show. Actually, I think Prayer Garden and Unmasked is the only one that had Allie on their show. So I'm really surprised that she didn't go live about this tonight, since she actually knew Allie. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I don't know, maybe something else is going on with her. I won't take the arm poison. No, I've been following Andrew. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for that information. My mom died 2 weeks after the booster shot. They said it was contributing reason for her death. Wow. Sayla said the same thing. My aunt died after she shot hers, and my uncle has a heart problems now. He's healthy as a horse before. See, you guys, I'm scared of that stuff. I'm not getting that shot, y'all. Not me. Please get all your vaccinations, everyone. If you smoke, try to quit. Kids need their parents. Vaccines might be political, but they are cheaper than a funeral. Well, that's what we were kind of debating, Retro. She was almost 91. Wow. To me, that's a good long life, y'all. I don't see me living to be my 80s. If I make it to the 80s, if I make it to 60, you guys, I'll be all right. My mother died from cancer but did not have the job. The what? JOB? Have. Hmm. It's not conspiracy theory. You can find the documents. Start. I don't know, guys. It's iffy. It's iffy. Myself, I wouldn't have it done. Doctors and pharmacists have never vaxxed. That's why so many walk off the job. Exactly. That's my opinion. I wouldn't have it done. What's the jab? Oh, the shots. Y'all, I'm slow for these secret coded words. I can't figure them out. Y'all can't be throwing me no coded words in here and expect me to figure them out. Not everyone gets vaccines. That's true. Retro, are you not reading the chat? My good friend died 3 days after the first shot, and she was a nurse telling everyone, come in, we need to do this, to them, gone. So no thanks. See, that's what I'm scared of, y'all. Christine kind of thinks that actually that it's what may have caused her aggressive breast cancer because it just showed up all at once and it's a fast growing cancer. One minute her breasts were fine, the next minute she had this huge large mass in her breast and her lymph nodes were swelled. So okay, MC Lick. So yeah, I won't even get my flu shot anymore. Hell no. I was that way at work. They tried to force us before COVID to get the flu shot, and I got hurt right before they started forcing people to do the COVID because I was like, hell to the no. I'm not getting COVID. Larry's birthday. Baby Isabella was diagnosed with RSV today. Oh no. Larry said both him and Amber are getting sick. Is she okay, April? Is she okay? I hope she's okay. No more V's for me. None. I ain't getting them either, y'all. I swear, and I'm not trying to discourage people, but I'm scared of them. I'm just saying, I'm scared of them. I really am. Miss Daisy, have your husband not carry you on his insurance. Maybe he's retired. He is retired. He's retired. Let's see. Yes, she had to do to being a nurse. It's crazy. It should be an option, not you have to. I know. Oh, I hope she's okay, April. Keep me posted on that. Keep me posted. That RSV is going around horrible, y'all. I've been on the fence about the vaccine, but my mama did have to get the vaccine because she works at a children's hospital and then she was diagnosed with colon cancer a few months ago. Oh, makes you wonder, don't it, sometimes? Christine seems to think it. It's hard to tell what causes these things. She's super young for colon cancer, though. Hopefully, they can take that out. KM. I got one flu shot about 10 years ago. When I got the flu shot, I got sick. I got sick as could be. And I fit them tooth and hands. I did not want to get that flu shot. They're having a hard time keeping her fever down. Well, they may have to take her to Children's Hospital here in Knoxville if she doesn't do any better. Man, RSV that's what's been going around. How high is her fever, April? That's my sister, y'all. She's talking about my niece. Amber is supposed to deliver Sophia on February the 9th. Aww. Yeah, RSV is bad. It's bad. Well, Amber don't need to be around all that if she's got. That's. I'm gonna have to call my nephew. Speaking of that, April, your granddaughter sent me a text the other day. I talked to her for a little while. I asked her, was it her? And she said, yeah. 103? Oh, I'd be taking her to the hospital. If they can't get that down, they need to take her to the hospital tonight. I would not waste. They need to put cool towels on her and put her in a bathtub and put cool towels on her. I'm getting all the shots I can because of my lung disease. I shouldn't have gotten them by now. I'm making appointments tonight online. See, I'm not telling anybody whether to or not to do it. I'm just saying I'm not going to do it. I worry about that. But if you feel like it's safe for you, then you do what you got to do. They have been Well, they'll probably need to take her to the hospital if her fever don't come down soon. She can get dehydrated really quickly. Hey, Crystal. Y'all see, I'm telling you, this sickness is bad. And in that area in Holston Valley, my nephew works in that area. He lives in that area. So yeah, crazy people everywhere. I know they are, y'all. But yeah, it's sad. Don't worry about that baby now, y'all. I didn't know they allowed people to be awake on the vent. Is that normal, Daisy? Well, my mom, normally they don't, but my mom was on the vent for 21 days, and we requested for them to get her off the medications to try to wean her off the ventilator. And that's why she was awake that day, because they did get her off the medication. But it was bad. Sugar boom boom. She was awake that day, wasn't she, April? I get it down and it goes back up. Get what down? You throwing up too? We wanted our mother awake. We wanted them to try to wean our mother off the vent. They already knew that she wouldn't be weaned. They wanted to put her back to sleep and take her off the ventilator and let her die. And I just couldn't do it. Just stay in the best you can. Stay in the best you can. And yes, take that baby to the hospital. That's a high fever. Yes, it is. They need to take her to the hospital. If I was you, April, I'd tell them take her straight to either Holston Valley or take her to Children's in Knoxville if she's that sick. Children's is real good. Please do not get the so-called vaccinate. So we got a lot of people with mixed emotions in here. I have to say the shot did help my husband. My husband has never got the C word. And my husband, because he has black lung and he worked in the coal mines, he chose to get the vaccination. He has not had a problem. He's not caught the C word. He's actually not been sick at all. But I don't know about everyone else. I can't. That's your individual choice. My choice is I would not do it. But that's my choice. Let's see. Oh my God, I hope never happens. Freaks me out so bad. But I alternate between Tylenol and Motrin every 5 to 6 hours. The only thing is, little ones like her can't take Motrin. She's still a baby, and they don't recommend Motrin for little ones like that. She got over having the vomiting real bad just a couple of weeks ago. Well, I'm really worried that she may be dehydrated. Why don't you have him call me? Why doesn't he call his aunt? Hey Dustin, what's up? Have him call his aunt. Jeez, he's not called me in months. Yeah, she's little. I don't even think she's a year old yet. Is she a year old yet, April? She's a little bitty. She just took her to the doctor today. Well, I'd take her to the ER tonight, especially if she ain't getting that fever down. I will not play about that. She needs to go. Tell my nephew I said take her to the ER. That's too high of a fever. I know. It's going to have to do something. I got horrible anxiety about health issues and sickness. It just keeps my kids in the house. My son had febrile seizures. That's scary. And I had to do CPR on him. and have not recovered mentally from that. That is very scary. My sister's son, that's little baby, is sick right now. His oldest daughter, when she was little, used to have febrile seizures. She's 18 now. But when she was little, she used to do it. She grew out of the febrile seizures, though. Her birthday, 1st of January, the 29th. So she's not even a year old yet. But yeah, my nephew's got little one. He's got 18 y'all all the way down to not born yet. Sophia comes next month. He's got 5 children. So I don't know. You can go Sugar Boom Boom. You can go on Andrew Hiltz's um, Facebook or on his Andrew Hiltz page and get it off his last live. He's got his Cash App on there to help out if you want to. But it is very scary. Febrile seizures are very, very scary. What they are is they're seizures that happen when your fever gets high. Kids can, when their fevers gets, they don't even really have to get that high, but a child can actually seize and stop breathing. And they're called febrile, and they only happen when the child gets a high fever. And like I said, the fever doesn't really have to be that high. Eventually they grow out of them, but it's a scary thing while they're in it. It's a very scary thing. Because my sister's granddaughter that's in here had febrile seizures like that. And she stopped breathing, and they handed her to my sister, and they got her back and took her to the hospital and figured out that that's what she was having was febrile seizures. I mean, if they've got children Advil in her, her fever will go down. But if they can't get the medicine in her, then she definitely has to go. I don't know. I forget what age that they can take that. Because I know after a certain age, you're not supposed to take any kind of Motrin. I wrote that wrong. Her first birthday is January the 20th. You put it in there, April. Yeah, Brianna used to have those seizures. Yeah, that's what I was telling. KM said her son used to have the febrile seizures. It is scary. It is very, 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 very scary. I didn't realize I'd make such a huge mistake by getting COVID and the flu. Am I going to live? I hope you live, honey. We'll pray. Let me tell you something, Retro Girl. All you have to do is pray, plead the blood of Jesus, and rebuke the spirit of infirmity in Jesus' name, and it'll leave you. When I start getting sick, and I start getting where I can't breathe and I'm getting scared for my life, I rebuke that spirit of infirmity, and it goes. The hospital will give her either Motrin or Advil or Tylenol, something that has to bring. Well, they've been giving her Tylenol. Did you say you talked to Brianna? No, the other one. Your other grandbaby. Not Brianna. The one that starts with a J. She sent me a text the other day. Just out of the blue. It was cute. Your little one. One of your little grandbabies. I thought it was cute anyway. She just put, I love you. I said, who is this? And she told me. And I thought, oh, that's so cute. Well, if they've been giving her the medicine and her fever is not going down, that means infection. So they need to go to the freaking hospital right now. That's right. Well, I think they are going to take her to the hospital. I really think they need to. When I get off this live, I'll call my nephew and make him. I don't think they live far from the hospital anyway. Yes. If the fever isn't breaking, go. Yeah. I had to deal with my husband's grandson who had leukemia, and his would get up to 103, 104, and we'd have to take him to the ER, and then they would ship him from the hospital we were at to the University of Kentucky, where he was getting his treatment at that time. She could be. April, are they taking the baby to the hospital? Are they going to take her to the hospital? They need to go ahead and take her. I wouldn't waste any time. Well, I hope you start feeling better, Sun King. I hope you start feeling better. I was thinking that other big mama would be online tonight, but she ain't. I know, crazy people everywhere. I know. You have to. Now, more. You need your son. You want. Well, call Jinkies. Call Jinkies, Sun King, and ask her, can you get Logan for a couple of days? They've been giving her meds and wiping her down with cool cloth. Well, if that fever's not coming down, she needs to go to the hospital. They don't need to wait because uh, it wouldn't be good. She needs to go to the hospital. Hey, Life's a Dance, how are you doing? I'm telling you, this sickness is bad, y'all. It's bad everywhere. It is bad. Let's see what's going on in Kensington right quick. Well, we can still talk about this, but I was gonna bring up Kensington and see what's going on with them tonight. Uh, for anybody that's not familiar with Kensington, Pennsylvania, this is the land of the homeless and the drug addiction people. This is one of the worst cities in the United States for drug addiction, and they are on the trank drugs and they live out on the streets. And this is probably the worst city in the United States. There's a lot of other ones, but we talk about Kensington a lot here. And this is a live camera of the people, and they're on that trank drug. Her fever breaks for a while, but it comes back after a while. I'd still get her because she will, she could dehydrate really fast. Yeah, this is sad. If y'all are not familiar with Kensington, we talk about Kensington a lot. This here is just tame compared to the people that die every day on these streets. They build fires because it's cold. It's probably really cold there in Philadelphia. The police are not supported in this city, so a lot of people, well, you'll see the police walk right past people shooting up in their arms, legs, necks, you name it. You'll probably see it here in Kensington. You'll see rats. You'll see people sleeping on the streets here and rats crawling on them. I mean, you name it, it's going on here. They're on that trank drug, and the trank drug is bad. And so, yeah, it's really sad here in Kensington, um, Pennsylvania. Usually we do live streams at night when I do cover them, and it's usually like one and two cameras just to see. I think that's camera two. This is all live. But there is another camera too that's live on Kensington, and it's the police camera there in town. And so maybe that's not the right one. I was trying to see what they're doing. There's nobody there at the train station, but they're doing the new fentanyl drug, fentanyl, and it's got horse tranquilizer in it. Is that man in the red shirt shooting up in his arm? Yes, probably. Yes, that's what he's doing. He's shooting up. Do not be surprised if you don't see people shoot up on the streets here, because they will. You'll probably see people pass away on the streets. They die every day on these streets. It's sad. Mary and Amber both work at Hostin Valley. That's probably where they'll picked up the RSV. That's true. That's true. Exanoline, exanoline, exanoline. It's a horse tranquilizer, and what it does is yeah, trigger warning, y'all. And these people are called zombies because they literally are zombies on the street. Like, this is nothing compared to some of the footage. They have tents, as you can see over there across the street. This is live in Philly right now. This is live in Kensington, Philadelphia. Daisy, do you know what that building behind them? I don't know. Marita normally knows about this. The worst I've ever seen is LA Vegas. It's bad, but LA is way worse. Well, this one's worse. They're not even showing. Like, there's a lot of shows about this. They're not even showing the bad parts right now. So, yeah. It's sad, y'all. These people it's cold. They're homeless. You'll see them build fires, too. We usually sit here at night and see what's up. Christmas Eve was kind of sad. We watched it on Christmas Eve. I mean, these people are hopeless people. They need mental health facilities. Our country needs mental health care. A lot of these people are not able to take care of themselves. They're sad. A lot of them has mental health problems. They don't have families. The drug is their escape. And yeah. And this is just a piece of the city. There's other parts of the city. Let me pull up the other camera. This is the other camera here. I'll pull it up. I usually switch between the cameras, and these are live cameras at the moment. So, yeah, let me see. This one kind of scans around and shows everything. They do sleep on the streets. There's garbage everywhere all over the city. This used to be a beautiful city, but of course they don't support law enforcement, and the crime has went through the roof. And what's really sad is our government is watching this and studying it like they are lab rats. Probably. Probably. And right here in a minute, you'll probably see some rats running up and down them steps. This is the train station in Philadelphia. Uh, Marita calls it the L. And it's closed for now. Oh, yeah, because it's 1:30. They close at 1. But a lot of times they'll go in there and stay warm because it's so cold. And then they run them out at night to clean it, I guess. And like one night, like usually all these steps are full of people. Tonight, not so much. It's got to be so cold out there. It's very cold out there for them. Marita usually pops in about this time to tell us about Philly. She had some news about Philly anyway, but she must be asleep tonight. But over here's where the rats is, and the other night there was a man laying right over there where the rats were. And Marita said you could see the rats like crawling, like right here he was asleep. I guess because it's like softer there. And there's like a hole right here where the rats come out. But yeah, this camera scrolls around and it shows you everything. Her bear's with her dad. Sherry to here. Well, actually, I think Bear's with Sherry right now at the hospital, at Hostin Valley Hospital with Allie. That's what I heard. I heard that Bear's at Hostin Valley with her. A lot of people in wheelchair because the trank drug, actually causes their skin to uh, it causes bacteria to eats the skin off. I mean, it does. So that a lot of people loses limbs. All these poor souls, if it was the rich kids, they would shut this dope crap down and protect their children. All lives matter, including us, the poor. I agree. I agree with you on that one too. Unfortunately, they don't care so much about the poor people. They don't even care about our law enforcement in this city. This is excuse me for saying, a Democrat run city. They don't support law enforcement. Marita, I hope you did not hear that. But she said they did get a new mayor, so maybe things will start getting better. But this is such a huge problem. If you look across the street, you'll see tents. People that's my regulars are familiar with Kensington, but people that's not, they get a little freaked out about it. You will see people shooting up on here. There's not a day go by that people don't go out on the streets and find someone sick or passed away. They won't break. They want us to break. They want us broke and sick. I know, you guys. Them cities are all in the bad shape. They really are. That is true, Loves to Dance. They are. I believe many of these people come from every walk of life, even the better off, but these people don't want to be cured. They will turn from family. A lot of them has, but I think a lot of it, in my opinion, comes down to mental illness. I think a lot of these people have underlying mental illnesses, and I think a lot of them just cannot take care of themselves. They're drug addicted. They can't. They can't. This new fentanyl drug, this new drug, it's too strong. It's too strong for them to come off of. And with no police, people are dying every day on these streets. That's the saddest part of it, is that they're dying. And they don't even care. People walk right past them and then overdosing on the streets. Where do they go? I don't know where they're going to put them. Yeah, I agree, Miss Daisy. It's a snowball effect. Yeah. I believe that some people maybe don't have underlying mental illness, but a majority of them are not evil. I mean, you take people that defecate and urinate all over themselves, and we have homeless people here where I'm from that does that. I hope for 2024 too. Daisy, okay, deep dive media view. He's the one first live streamers for the area. He's really nice, and yeah, I've showed his videos a lot. I think his name is Frank, Laura Lee. Frank from Deep Dive Media. Now this is actually the police videos, but I have seen a lot of Frank's videos from Deep Dive. These are actually the city's cameras. So, yeah, yeah. But Frank will walk. He walks around the city and shows the how really, really bad it is. This is nothing compared to. Let's see if we can pull up one of Frank's videos on Kensington, so you all can actually see Kensington. Yeah, right here's one of Frank's. Let me pull it up. This is him walking the actual city, and then we'll go back to the live stream. Frank on Deep Dive here. And you can see how bad the city really is. This is Frank from Deep Dive. Look at the trash. And there's kids that has to walk up little ones. Thank you. This isn't live. This is a video that Frank shot. This is live right there. See that right there? That's where the probably tell. Marita said we were thinking about going to Philly and going to one pool meeting and Marita. I'm kind of scared, you guys. But look at the garbage, y'all. Look how bad. Hey, JJ. Yeah, this is called zombie land. And literally, literally, there was a girl overdosing on these steps. And see how they're bent over when you walk past them? That's what that drug does to them. See there? That's the addiction. But you'll see them bent over when they walk past them and they stay in that bent over position. That's what that fentanyl shrink drug does to them. And this isn't even the bad part of the city. Oh, this is worse. This is and it's heartbreaking. People literally walk past people dying and don't even think nothing of it. It's just sad. But lots of people go down there and give them stuff. They get food, they get free clothes, they get lots of stuff given to them. According to what Marita said, and I've actually seen videos where they hand out stuff. They hand out trees, they hand out blankets and stuff, like that. A lot of people down there. Look at the garbage, y'all. Just look at the garbage. There was a measles outbreak in Philly last week. Oh man, that would definitely take out a bunch of these people. This is the cleaner part of the streets here. Daisy show unbearable open rooms. Nicole posted by All Time Media. She Kensington found her Facebook. The only thing is, if I do that, they'll flag my videos for those things. Can you guys hear me? It is a scary place, but I don't know. Those people need help more than anything. They're the people that I believe Jesus would be out there with. If he walked the earth right now, I believe he would be out on the streets. Ministering to these people. They need him the most. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Okay. Hang on. Can you guys hear me now? Is it better? Now we can hear you. Not well? It could be this microphone. Can you hear me? Okay. Better? But yeah, I'm gonna put this on a little bit more faster mode to show you guys, because I'm talking a lot, y'all. This is not even the bad part of the city. It's way worse than this, y'all. Way worse. And you all know the ones that's been here with us when we hang out at Kensington, Philly. This must have been a good day. Um, I want to go there so bad and help, but I'm a little scared. Good times. I'm really, really, really scared actually. So this video is almost over. I don't think it's going to show much of the city because he's walking down bare streets. No, this one's not. He's not really showing a whole lot. So let's switch back over to real time, Billy. Um, Usually Marita comes up here and tells a lot about what's going on. She had some updates. So you can see here, they do help each other out. Somebody's got a dog. Look how cold it is, though. It's cold there. Sad, too. Very, very sad. And this just doesn't end at night. Like they're cold all day. It's like it's so hey sheets and giggles. They help many people. They do. They do. Unfortunately, until they get better health. Hey Miss Chewy, until they get better health care, mental health care, these people are not going to get better. I just don't believe it. They need better. We need mental health facilities for these people. That's the thing. These people are not able to take care of themselves. Some are, but there are some that's not. Their mental health is not good and they're not able. And now that they've took this trank drug and this fentanyl, they're so addicted to it that they don't even take care of themselves. You know? And that's the sad part of it. And they go to sleep and let the rats crawl all over them, and everything is so sad. Search AML films and drones are eagles. They take donations. Yeah, a lot of people go and help them. A lot of people go and help them, give them food. They feed them. A lot of people take care of their wounds. That's what me and Dame and Marita was going to do, and we still may do it. I'm just kind of worried about going to a big city. Y'all know I'm not a city girl. Big cities scare me, and especially one like this. And Marita said that it's getting really, really bad. The crime is getting really, really bad there. And so, because the young kids are beating these old people up, and they're legit. Okay. And we seen some teenagers the other day that was hanging out here, and through the train station there was an old man walking, and one of the teens just run and kicked him, and like knocked him down. And I was like, let me on this TV. Let me through this screen on that youngin'. His butt needs to be home and in the bed and not out on the streets at 12 o'clock midnight. Young. One looked like he was 9 year old. Did y'all see that? Y'all remember seeing that? It looked like he was 90. It's 29 degrees there right now. Oh, I'm surprised they ain't got fires going. Usually they got a big fire going on the streets. They light the fires right there on the streets. They don't care. And usually all of them's knocked out. They've took their fix, and local people instead, in my opinion. Well, the area that I have, Laura Lee, we get a lot. They have a lot of help here where I'm from. Biggest needs med supplies. Well, they do give out needles and stuff, but They hustle them too. One girl runs around and picks up needles. Look here, this guy in that black jacket, watch him. He's a dealer. You'll see him handing people money and stuff. Next thing you know, they'll be docked out. Jane is 25 cents. They only live a couple hours from. I only live a couple hours from Kensington, but I've never been. See, that's not bad, but bandage gauze, yeah, that's what they need. They need that because of the wounds. If y'all have not seen the wounds, they're horrible. Horrible. It literally eats their limbs off, and it's from that tranquilizer, that horse tranquilizer that they take, and it's scary, y'all. Marita usually tells us about this. But that cold concrete has to be so cold. There ain't nothing warm about that concrete. I'm surprised they've not built a fire. I'm real surprised that they've not built a fire. It was sad on Christmas, y'all. It was sad. A lot of the people, they do nestle down in those tents across the street and try to stay warm in those tents. But a lot of people don't have tents. And they say they come from everywhere. Because you know why? Because they have people come out on the street and give them free drugs to get them hooked on drugs. According to what Marita said, that they have people that come out there and give out samples to keep them hooked on that drug. And so they hustle and do whatever they have to do to. They've been banning fires recently. That's probably why they're not running a fire right now. Because the other day they had a big old fire. There she is. Let me put the link out for you, Marita. You got updates on Kensington? Come up, Marita. We need updates. I was just trying to give people that's new to the channel an update on it. Yes, they give samples. Yeah, that's sad, ain't it? Just keep people hooked on these drugs. They'll do anything to keep them hooked. I don't feel judged at all. I feel kind of weird right now, and I hope it's not COVID. I hope you ain't COVID either. What's up, Marita?
Hey, how you doing, Daisy?
I'm doing
I've
good.
been listening all night, actually.
You have? I was wondering where you been.
I just had to run and do a few things in my room right now. That's where I was, but I've been listening all night.
Okay. Well,
Uh, I'm
what's?
heartbroken about Allie.
I know, and
Heartbroken. I mean,
it's sad.
and she'll also, if she should go to the greater God, she's going to take some information with her,
That's true. That is true. She could. She
and
could.
we'll never know. So, but we could just pray, and
Yeah,
miracles happen.
that's true. Miracles can
We've
happen.
seen them all the time in life.
Yes. Yes.
And but I see you got. I was watching this earlier too. They had some great fist fights the past couple of days.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's been
I missed
crazy.
out, ain't I?
It's not real cold tonight.
It's not. They said it's.
No, it's actually going up to 50 tomorrow.
Oh well, that's good.
But then it's the next day we're going to have 25-mile-an-hour winds. And
Oh,
at night that gets cold. But the other night it was cold, snowy, rainy. It was not pleasant, and they have been letting them have fires. Now the guy who looks like he's wrapped in an orange blanket
yeah.
there, they had a fire going all night. I don't know
Um,
where they got the wood, but they had a fire going all night. And I thought I would save that wood till later on this weekend when it's going to be 25, 20 degrees at night. But
yeah.
I guess maybe they're they're just messy though. I don't know why they're so messy.
I know. So if they didn't, they haven't banned fires yet.
No, you know what happens? It's not that they get banned. It's if the fire department's driving by from another job or something, or they're just sick of them, they feel like they want to pick on them that night, they'll
Uh-huh.
come put the fire out.
Uh,
It's just like breaking balls kind of thing.
yeah.
Like, hey, I can do this because I'm the fireman.
Hmm.
And, it is unsafe because I think there's only two fires I ever see that are contained fires. The
Yeah.
other ones are just a pile of trash on fire. And that could
Yeah. They
start
burn
burning anything down.
anything they can get their hands on. Is what it.
That green tent across the street there, that
Okay.
street's much wider than it looks,
Let me
too.
see.
Um, Somebody came rolling out of it the other day on fire. They had a fire
What?
in the tent.
What?
And yeah, on my hand to the Bible, my hand to my mother in heaven.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
And the guy had to rip off his sweater, and they had a fire in the tent. How dumb is that?
That's crazy. So they caught the tent on fire?
Well, the tent, it's no, he caught himself on fire.
That is crazy.
Talk about drop, stop, and roll. He's rolling around in the middle of Kensington Avenue. Thank God it was nighttime and not a lot of traffic. And
Exactly.
then they're trying to pull the sweater off him, and he seemed okay afterwards. But I mean, they'll do anything to
Shits
stay
and
warm.
giggles might be from that area. Are you from that area, Shits and Giggles? She knows a lot about it.
Well, passing out, yeah, the passing out. There's been a lot of ambulance
Didn't they have
calls.
a man get unalived the other day in a tent?
Yeah. Uh, and another man died, but I think it was an overdose. They found him.
Mm.
Um, and then I do have it
Well,
on
you can watch
Twitter,
it. Okay. She's just
uh,
been.
a tape of the fight at 40th and Market,
Uh huh.
where the L train goes to.
Uh huh.
It goes down Kensington Avenue to Market Street. Market Street's a main thoroughfare through Center City. And then it goes out to Upper Darby, which is the first suburb you hit in Delaware County.
Hey,
69th Street, the end of Philly and West Philly. And two homeless men were fighting,
uh huh.
and one finally got the guy off him. He was at least a foot smaller than him, and he
Uh-huh.
was being bullied. And he punched him. The guy fell back onto the tracks just as the yell was coming.
Oh no.
And it was taped live.
Oh my goodness.
It's on my Twitter.
Oh my goodness.
And everybody screaming and crying. And the guy really didn't murder him. He was self-defense. But they were two street people known by the police. Like, they weren't
Oh
just,
no.
apparently the guy took his lighter or something. I don't know. You can't really figure out what he's saying. Give me my lighter. Sounds like he's saying, but he's really bullying this little black man. And he's a big white guy.
So
And
do you
he punched him, and the guy fell
think for it?
right into the tracks.
Hmm.
A
And they
split
showed that online?
And yeah, a girl was taping the fight, like live, streaming it,
These
and
are very much human beings, y'all.
and this happened, and it was. I feel bad for the train driver because he had no way to stop. I mean, he was stopping. Actually, was getting ready to stop because it was a stop. It was the 40th Street stop,
Mm.
and he was pulling in, and the guy fell right in front of the train. And
That's awful. That is so bad.
DOA, and that was a sad one. And then tonight, those kids were back again. Those boys.
Those kids need to go to bed.
I'm telling you, they got nicer sneakers than me.
Yeah. They're spoiled, rotten kids that don't need to be out on the streets.
It had to be, and this girl whose stuff is leaning against this cage here.
Hmm.
She was fighting with her boyfriend. They jumped in just for the fun of it, started beating the crap out of them.
That's crazy.
It's very crazy. And then I'm noticing, following this person who does this video,
Hmm.
I see where the cameras are now. They're up much higher than the city cameras.
So
And
what things are these?
and I'm seeing all these fist fights. And somebody said, "Oh, that happens all the time. It's just constant." And I said, "Oh, I thought it was something new." And they said, "No, it's constant fighting down there
Mm.
over drugs, over you stole my jacket, you stole my this, that, the other thing, my boyfriend." Like somebody wants to keep somebody from down there, girlfriend, could be anything. You
For
looked at me the
anybody that
wrong way when I'm high, so I don't
Marita
care
is
what you
from
do.
this area. She's not from here. She's in the suburbs part, but she grew up in Philly. She's a
Who?
Philly girl.
Which one?
You?
Oh, me. I'm from the city. No, I'm not from the suburbs. I actually live in the city, but
I thought
I
she was.
live up in the northeast, but it's more northwest. I'm on the city borderline of the suburbs, but no, I'm Philadelphia.
She's a Philly girl. She knows
I'm a Philly girl through and
what's
through.
going on here.
I cried Sunday night when the Eagles choked. Don't worry.
Oh my god!
Oh God, we suck. We don't belong in the playoffs. We don't belong there. They should have been. If you lose to this team with such a bad record, you should have to give up your place in the playoffs.
Oh,
And they didn't. And
oh,
now we got to go play in the playoffs. A New Jersey girl, Joycey, North or South Jersey, shits and giggles. South Jersey is the place I know better. North Jersey, I have friends from Orange, and God, where'd she move to now? Up by New York, like a mountain region.
it looks like South Jersey girl, Nora P. South Jersey.
South Jersey, that's where it's at. That's pork roll and cheese sandwich right there. Mmm. Oh, you would love it. My video that I sent to you got, for some reason, got deleted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I deleted it by accident. I gotta send it to you.
Look, Life's a Dance, a Jersey girl, and Shits and Giggles says Tetran AC.
Trenton.
I live across Trump Plaza.
Oh, Atlantic City. She's
Yeah.
from Trenton, then to Atlantic City.
And Jersey City, she was born in Jersey City, Life's a Dance said.
Oh, Jersey, that's up north, Jersey City. Trenton's mid, and Atlantic City is south. That's where the beach, that's where the shore points start, where we go for vacation. We'd say we go down the shore.
Shits and Giggles said my dad worked at T-Man as a security guard.
T-Man. I don't know what T-Man is. T-Man.
Looks like they're building a bar. They're getting ready for the night.
Yeah, and look how that's going. Like, you think they should have hot dogs or something.
Well,
All weekend they got free food.
Trump. Well, they might.
Oh, it's a security guard. Oh, okay. At Trump Tower, the casino.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I've never been up there to that area.
Resorts.
I'm a southern girl. I've never been far north.
We don't call it the ocean, as you would call it the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
We call it the shore.
The shore. Okay.
Going down the shore.
Okay.
Where you're going for vacation, going down the shore. And then people say, well, where? Well, and then they'll ask you which one. And then you say Wildwood, or Ocean City, Sea Isle, Atlantic City. Most people don't vacation in Atlantic City, though.
Lots
You
of
go
dancing
there for
raised in Atlanta. You a
music.
Southern girl. You was born in the North, but you was raised in the South.
My nephew's
We
about
don't
40
say
miles outside of Atlanta in
Wildwood.
Macon. Wildwood. I love Wildwood. I'll be there again in June.
Marita's our Philly girl. She taught me how to make Philly cheesesteak.
Montgomeryville Warehouse.
And it's
I don't know
probably
where that's
nothing
at.
as good as what her Philly cheese, y'all's Philly cheese is. But what I've done so far has been really good. This
I'm still telling you, you got to get the Kraft Velveeta.
I'm gonna have to get some of that.
Just get the small one. Don't get the big one. You don't need the big one. But you got to make fries with it now. Put
I'm
some
going to
fries in your air fryer.
on a cheat day, on a keto cheat
On
day.
yeah, or you can make it on keto bread.
Yeah, I can do that too.
I know a lot of people that choose to do that
Mm-hmm.
because we'll eat cheesesteaks like out of our hand if we have to and just lick it.
That's the dance.
Not no. I like American cheese, not
Provolone cheese
provolone
from
or
Dayton,
Liz.
melted.
Now,
Ooh,
provolone is a popular one. I
any
do
kind of
like
cheese is good.
mozzarella on it too, and get a pizza steak.
I
A
tried.
little,
I think it was Swiss cheese I bought and mozzarella the other day. I like them both.
well, mozzarella on a steak is called a pizza steak, and you put some ragu or prego or some kind of a marinara on it, and then they call that a pizza steak. Cheese
A lot of people telling me cheese whip, cheese whip or cheese
whiz. That's
whiz.
what Velveeta is, cheese whiz.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's why I'm saying you melt that,
Oh, it's
and
so good.
you got to have some fries with that. So
Yes, some
So
fresh.
make your cheat day. Get the keto bread still. You can
Hey,
do that. Toast it up.
you can buy steak in the freezer section. No bread. Is that steak any good though?
Yes, I have them in my freezer. I use them when I don't want to spend $15 on a cheesesteak. I just go buy a roll and just chop it up
Well,
and
I'm
use
gonna go
about
try
three of
that
them.
out. Dang, I want to try that out. Yeehaw!
Yeah, steakums is what like that's what we grew up on as kids because my parents couldn't afford to buy us all cheesesteaks.
Yeah,
I mean that's what the kids that only had like 5 kids in their family ate.
I wonder if we got them down here in the South though. Steakums.
I bet you do. If not, you could probably order them offline.
I might try
If
that. If,
not,
it,
I
if
could
they
send
don't
them
have,
to you.
if they don't, I'll try Walmart and Kroger's to see if they got them.
Yeah, yeah. There's they say 6 to a box. I'm at 12 to a box. They're about $3.99 a box, and I use about 2 of them.
Oh, in Kentucky they do at Walmart. Well, there we go, and they have them in Texas too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to
See,
check
there
it
you
out.
go. Oh,
Look at them burn themselves down.
Cherise, I guess you're very happy today, aren't you,
Who?
Cherise? But you know you'll lose after one game, right? Dallas is one and done.
The Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm just ranking on her.
Did
They beat us in the division fair and square.
they?
Oh yeah, they spanked us. Yeah,
Look at that woman's tweaking.
one game they beat us one game, but they won the rest of their games. We went on a losing streak. So
Mm,
yeah, look at Walmart, see if you can get them, and use keto bread. You don't have to chop them up. I like to chop them up.
I do too. I like them.
But you can steak them. You could just cook them. They're minute steaks. They're called minute steaks. Takes less than a minute to cook them though, and then put the cheese in, the onions, whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah. For anybody that's just joining, you see how these people are bent over? That's what that drug does to them, don't it, Marita?
Yes, it does. And what happens? They get so bent after a while they can't straighten back up.
Their
Till they
back is like
till they
broke.
if you'll see some people who eventually get off of it and get sober, sometimes they'll go back to their natural standing position. But
Well,
while
Rita
they
says if they
no
hit the
one would pick
ground, they're in
them,
trouble.
it,
Right, Marita?
excuse me.
You said if they end up hitting the ground, that means they've took too much.
If they hit the ground, yeah, it's they're if somebody isn't watching them, there's a probably a 75% chance they're going to OD. Or
Yeah,
really, they're going to need to be really, really pushed to wake up.
yeah. And
It's
sometimes that's hard to do. They have a hard time getting them to wake up, don't they,
yeah,
Marita?
they rub their sternum, and that hurts because I've done it to myself just to see what it felt like. It's
Uh-huh.
like you're bruising your chest,
Oh
and
yeah, that's supposed to hurt like that. I've had to do
yeah,
that before. Rub
yeah,
the with sternum rub.
that's what they'll do, right? And then they'll hit you with Narcan, which a junkie does not want to be hit with
This is them off.
because it'll
What's
take
that drug
4
called?
hours for that to leave their system.
Can you tell
That
them what that drug is again? Somebody's
it's
asking.
xylazine, fentanyl, xylazine, and they say heroin's mixed in, but there's not much heroin in
Very,
it.
very strong.
Yeah, this is basically it's basically fentanyl and xylazine. And the cool thing, our new mayor has made this a urgent. There's another word for it. I just can't think of it at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is her first real thing she's going to take care of is cleaning up Kensington, cleaning up the open air drug market, making
Yeah,
arrests, making the police be able to do their job without being um, without their hands tied. Now we just got to get the DA to work with them. The DA does not like our police.
it is a trank drug. It is part of the trank
Yes,
drug.
it's a tranquilizer. It's
Yeah,
actually a horse tranquilizer. That's why it knocks them so bad. Though they're not getting the full horse amount, they're getting a
I
large
say
amount and
that.
mix that with fentanyl,
I'd
and
say
it's
it.
going to kill you. They,
Yeah,
they, they die down there. This is very sad. Probably 10 people a week die down there that you never even hear about because
yeah.
they just get carried down to sent to the morgue in the city with a toe tag on, and a lot of them, if you notice, you'll see people down there, not at rush hour because that's a very big terminal right there where people get the train because there's a hospital right near there, and there's another business big thing. There's actually 2 hospitals. So a lot of people take that train at the rush hour, but during the day and evening, you'll see people go down there dressed very nicely, and you can tell the difference if they're looking to buy drugs or if they are just getting on that L to get the hell out of there. Because if they're getting on that L to get the hell out of there, they walk with a purpose. They don't look around. They don't Google, Google at anybody like, oh, what's that person doing or anything. They just walk right into that train station, up the steps, and get on the
Horse trank
platform.
puts down horses for surgery. Think about that. Yep.
And if
I don't see how they even survive taking that strong of a medication.
well, they cut it. They cut it to a small amount, but it's enough that it does kill them. A lot of them. A
Yeah.
lot of kids that like up from my neighborhood here
Mm-hmm.
go down there. They won't live down there. They'll live up here, but they'll get on that L or drive down, buy, for the weekend, buy some heroin or something, and they come home and they OD and they die here because they don't know how strong it is. They don't realize what's in it, like these people do that live it every day. They're
Yeah.
just going down the way, as we call it. It's the way. They're going down the way, hitting up some young kid drug dealer who's working for somebody else. They're the ones that ride around on the bikes and have backpacks on with masks covering their face. They're the drug dealer kids, and buying the shit from them and then coming right back up this way up to the Northeast. You
Mm.
know, up to different neighborhoods up this way. And these kids have disposable income up here.
Yeah.
They work, they have their own cars. Mommy and daddy give them money. They're in college, and
They go around beating people up and robbing them. They was
well,
just
well, not the kids from up here don't do that. They just go down there and get the hell out. Kids from my neighborhood do
chits
that.
and giggles from hitting these people and knocking them down, and
Oh,
they were just being mean
hilarious.
asses.
But
Huh?
those kids are from that neighborhood, and they probably are getting a little frustrated at seeing this crap every day, walking to school. But
That girl in that brown jacket, she's out of it.
it's a guy, I
Is it a
think.
guy?
Yeah, he got beat up tonight
He
by a
did.
girl, by a girl, and he never swung back.
Oh, that's
And then
sad.
this group of kids beat him up too, and he never swung back. He
Well,
never ever lifted a hand.
he just let him do that.
Yeah, he's so high, he didn't know what was going.
He's high right now. He's gonna get knocked over.
Oh yeah, he's going down. It amazes me how they can take that and stand like that.
I know. It is. It's like they're trying to stay awake. My stepdaughter used to do that. I actually have a video of her on my porch almost completely falling over, and she caught herself right before she fell. That's when Bub was little, and the kids were running around her trying to get her to wake up.
Oh, see, they shouldn't have to see that.
I know. It was part of her visitation.
About 5:01 tonight, a woman comes out of the L with a stroller and two little girls. And she's standing there for a while. I thought, did she bring her kids down there to buy drugs?
You never
They
know.
do that all the time. And
They
then
do that.
later, a little while, some guy came up and they all walked away. And I thought, well, is she meeting her husband or something, or baby daddy? I don't know what it was. But why were these kids out at 1 a.m? They had to be about 6 and 5 or 4, and a newborn, like a young baby in a stroller.
By themselves with her? That's dangerous. Look what happened to the Savannah girl.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
Get mixed up into this stuff, and like these kids, that I think the same thing with Matthew and Savannah.
You will. Shits and giggles.
They grew up in. They grew up in that cycle. They kept the cycle, and they didn't. They were trying to break it. Have a baby. Be good people.
Man, if she would have just not went with him that night, if she would have just stayed home and got ready for her, induction.
If he would have just stayed home too, I
know.
He's
sad. But at least her and the baby could have been saved. You know.
Yeah. That gets me, and it hurts my heart.
No, because they said they put that baby in the casket with him during his viewing today, and then they're going to put it back with Savannah at her funeral, and it's going to be buried with Savannah, but
good.
Get out and put it with the daddy for the daddy's family to view.
I mean, he seems that he loved her. She knew what she was getting into.
Well, so, I think she grew up in that lifestyle too. I think
that's what I'm saying. It's the cycle. We call the cycle that, like, these kids that are starting this trouble down here with these kids, their parents, we say, where are the parents? Parents are probably down there somewhere. Or home high, and grandma and grandpop are selling drugs out of their house, and it's a cycle that doesn't get broken. It's like the welfare cycle.
Laura Lee, no, one of the family posted that they got to see the baby with the daddy tonight. They took the baby. He said that he got to see his beautiful nephew laying in his father's arms. So they did take the baby and put the baby in with Matthew during his viewing tonight. And then the baby will go back to Savannah to be buried with Savannah during her. And the baby's actually going to be buried with Savannah. Now, whether or not they bury them by each other, I think they should, but I don't know. That's their family's decision. But the baby was with the dad
Wherever
tonight.
the family plots are.
Yeah.
Debbie, his pants are falling down because he has another pair under them.
Oh, it
He has
is,
like
ain't it?
2 or 3
His
pairs on.
is falling down, love his heart.
They 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 get tons of clothes, and to keep
Yeah,
them from
R
being
does have
stolen, they
there.
wear them all.
They don't. Well, not only that, but they give birth to babies out on the streets too, don't they?
Here, no,
They don't.
no, no. They go to a
I
hospital.
thought I heard they did. I don't know.
Mm-mm. They
Well, the
don't go.
hospitals are really close too. There.
And Philadelphia has 8 trauma hospitals.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe that's why Daisy, the guy
One
that was
like
speaking,
what do they call like one,
for
two,
the
three?
report,
Are they
he said the
trauma
baby.
level 1, trauma 2, trauma? That we have 8 trauma level 1 hospitals in Philadelphia.
Why did the family say that the baby was seen with the daddy? And why would they cremate the baby and not cremate the mother? That when they can just put
I
the
think
baby.
I thought the father was going to be cremated because that was a crematorium.
No, they had his viewing tonight.
Yeah, but afterwards, I was wondering if he was going to be cremated.
They go to the hospital, then send off after taking the babies.
Oh yeah, they take the babies.
They say they're saying that Savannah's supposed to be buried with the baby. I'm pretty sure I read that and I seen that
Well,
Savannah.
maybe they're going to bury the baby's ashes with her.
I don't know, but why would they do that? Because you seen the statement from the family that they seen the baby in Matthew's arms. I don't know. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. I don't know. Look here, somebody's trying to stop him from falling over.
Yeah, there are some good people out there, but
He
they're,
looks like he's got a wound.
they're so few and far between. Yeah, he does, and there's so many of that. That's the big problem right now. Is the trank wounds, and the rats are back.
It wasn't a closed casket tonight. They had the casket was opened.
Yeah, it looked like it was opened.
Yeah, the dad said he thought it was going to be a closed casket, but somehow they worked it out to where it was open.
Well, he was shot mafia style, which
Hmm.
is 1 shot behind the ear. That's
Yeah,
how the mob does it here in Philly,
yeah.
because it's usually a quick, painless, and
Oh,
it
that's
was
awesome.
gun butt to skin. It wasn't from a distance. The butt of the gun was on the skin.
Vaccines for over age 60 respiratory ill and now RSV, and I've not had children pox shingles. Um, I was getting ready to ask you something.
Vaccines for over 60 respiratory illness, now RSV. I'm not had chicken pox shingles. I've had chicken pox and I've had shingles 4
I've
times.
never had the shingles yet, knock on wood. They're horrible, though.
I've had them 4 times. 2 really bad, 2 not so bad. But I
Let's,
got them from being a teacher and being around kids that
I've had chicken pox when I was little, but knock on wood, I've not got the shingles yet. But that don't mean it ain't gonna happen. Because if it's gonna happen, it usually happens to me.
yeah, I got the chicken pox. My 2 sisters and myself got them while my parents were away. We were staying with somebody. And we all came in with the chicken pox for the weekend.
Aw,
And we all were vaccinated. I got the measles in high school.
did you? I got
Yeah,
that.
it was going around in Philadelphia, and there was a bad batch of vaccines for people born in the year 1961.
Uh huh.
That was me.
Oh,
And me and the kid across, my best friend Bill, he got them. His sister got them. And
no.
then the people that belong to this church called Faith Tabernacle, where they don't believe in doctors, they lost
Oh,
like 12 kids
uh
to
huh.
the measles. And
Wow.
I saw it on the news, and I remember crying to my dad saying, "Am I going to die?" Because I was so sick, because I got
Uh-huh.
pneumonia from him. And he said, "No." He said, "See that stuff there?" I said, "Yeah." My cough medicine and stuff. He said, "Yeah." You have medicine. They didn't. You see a doctor. They go, you're not going to die. I really was scared.
Oh, Marita.
Ah, I made it.
You made it.
And I had
That's
a week off from school. That was even better. The
how.
pneumonia was actually the worst part.
Mm-hmm.
Getting pneumonia from the chickenpox, and apparently that's very common if you're older.
From chickenpox getting
Yeah,
pneumonia.
yeah. I was not chickenpox, measles. I
Uh-huh.
was, I guess, 14. I was a freshman in high school,
Mm.
and or sophomore, 14 or 15, and I was the cough was the worst part.
Yeah.
Everything else was, I could live with the scratching and being spoiled rotten and all the good shit. But yeah, these back to these people. It's now our mayor has an agenda. She's
Yeah.
giving our police chief 30 days to come up with some type of way to start cleaning this out. And
Yeah.
she's given herself 100 days to
But
have,
how? What are they going to
have
do?
a program set up to clear this out. Start making arrests.
But
And
then,
it's not arrest to these drug addicts because there's no reason. There's nothing you're going to get out of them if you arrest them. You got to arrest the dealers. And that's what they're looking into.
Carrie said her daughter almost died from pneumonia. Is she doing better now, Carrie?
Oh, I hope so, Carrie. That sucked. I'll tell
That's
you.
what happened to Allie. They said she had pneumonia.
I broke so many ribs from that, from coughing.
I'm telling you.
And that was, ugh. Oh,
How does these people keep from getting frostbite? It's 29 degrees out.
um,
I don't get it.
they get a lot of gloves and hats and scarves. I'm telling you, over the Christmas week, I was starting to get jealous. Isn't that sick in the head? I'm looking at them thinking, I need clothes. I don't have money to buy all kind. I put on weight, so I need clothes.
Uh-huh.
Nothing fits me anymore. And I'm like, maybe I should go down there. Just act like I'm home.
Get you some free clothes.
Give me a blessing bag. They were
There you
giving out these nice blessing bags.
Well, I'm sure they'd give it to you if you needed it.
Oh yeah, I know, but I would never. All I got to do is ask my sister, who's heavier than me. Like, listen, when your clothes don't fit, you give them to me, or my niece,
Yeah.
one of my nieces. But yeah, I put on like 20 pounds,
Uh,
which
hey,
sucks. I
lots
mean,
of
I'm
people
not obese or
have pneumonia and bronchitis. I feel horrible. Prayers for you, Monique.
oh, Monique, I'm so sorry.
Prayers for you in Jesus' name. Rebuke the spirit of infirmity in Jesus' name,
That doesn't
Monique.
doesn't feel good. I'm sure.
Oh,
Fent makes blood running.
huh,
Fent makes blood running. Makes you bleed. Is that what
honey.
you mean?
Hey, Robin, you still up? Um, H's mom's in the hospital on a ventilator. She had pneumonia, collapsed, hit her head, and they said she went without oxygen for about 8 minutes, and they don't expect her to survive. Prayer Guardian did post a thing about Allie because she's the only creator that really interviewed Allie other than Chris M and Unseen. I
Yeah,
think
she was
Matt.
pretty buddy with her for a while.
Yeah, they were friends for a little while, but I'm sure she feels bad about Hunter. Prayer Garden's always felt bad about Hunter. I think everybody feels bad about Hunter, to be honest with you.
It's horrible. I mean, kids got enough
He's
shit.
just been through a lot, that boy has.
I want Heart to Touch. Yes, we have a Sam's Club, but I don't have a card. I think my sister does. I don't know. I don't buy anything in bulk.
Sam's Club is getting expensive.
I think all that went back in the day. There used to
No,
just
they started a fire. They start fires all the time. Do what? I'm sorry.
no. I'm just trying to think of the name of the Jetro. Was the first bulk place I ever remember back in the '80s before Sam's Club. Then they got BJ's. So we have BJ's, Sam's Club, and Costco.
Yeah, Costco. I got a Costco membership too.
Yeah.
Allie got pneumonia real bad. It went untreated. She passed out or collapsed at home. True found her. She was unresponsive, and I guess she wasn't breathing. They said she went 8 minutes without oxygen. She's currently on a ventilator, possibly septic, and not doing very good.
I
They don't know
also
if she's going to pull
wonder
through or not.
with the head, did she get a brain bleed?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. Andrew will probably not be live tomorrow talking more about it. Hunter has also got the flu, and he's there with his mom.
He
It's
shouldn't be in
sad.
the hospital with the flu.
I
It's
know, but his mom's dying. I
I
don't
know,
know.
but
I'm surprised, but Holston Valley, I just don't like Holston Valley. It's just when she fell, she hit her head. They said, I don't know how severe.
like the table or
They never did say. I don't know if she hit it hard, or what happened, but I know that she was unresponsive. And according to Andrew, she hit her head, or they're building another fire in the cage.
oh,
But she hit her head.
clothes that got on fire.
They're saying that they don't think she's going to pull through because of the lack of oxygen that she had. That guy's already hit the floor. His pants done already hit the floor. Look, he's going down.
Going down, down, down.
Down. My daughter's birthday, she would have been 46. Happy heavenly birthday to your daughter, Carrie.
Oh, sorry,
It's the
Carrie.
police cage. Yeah, they've caught it on fire. They don't care.
They don't. They really. They probably have no idea what
Let
that
it
thing is.
burn. Let it burn.
It's and it's funny if you read the chat that they chat. They give all these people names,
Oh yeah.
and it cracks me up because now I'm looking like, oh,
Oh,
where's
set
eight
herself
ball
on fire.
at?
Look at
Where,
her.
the guy wears the 8 ball jacket. They call him 8 ball. There's this big tall guy. They call him Shaq. There's Bad Betty who just fights with people. Everybody's
Uh,
got. Then there's Two Bags, the drug dealer who lives in a tent, and it's just
There's
crazy.
losing britches getting ready to hit the ground. He is getting ready to go.
No, I bet he'll stand like
What's
that.
on screen? I just getting here. This is Kensington, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
This is a section of Philadelphia that used to be very vibrant and
Yeah.
working
This is
class, hardworking people.
what you call Zombieville, where
Yeah,
they
now it's Zombie Land.
zombies.
Called Down the Way. It's called Drug.
They're literally that guy's hitting that pole. He's about to hit the ground. They're about to set that little thing on fire.
It's got a million
Guy on
names.
that bike's going. He's pulling his britches up, or did he?
No,
No.
they're down.
He's
He's got
about.
another pair under there, though.
He is about to hit the ground,
He's going to hit that.
and they done caught the damn little building on fire. I
That's a
wouldn't.
marble. Those things are marble
Are they?
that he's leaning against. Going to whack his head.
We're actually the police department's watching everything they do, ain't they? They
Yep.
let it
And
go.
you can't see the people on the side there.
Yeah,
That's even worse
this
there.
little part. This is not even half of it, is it, Marita?
This is 1/10
One.
of an 8-block area that has totally been taken over by these drug abusers and homeless people or unhoused, as
Yeah.
they like to be, which is a nicer way to say it, because some of them are really unhoused.
It's very sad.
Others just choose to stay on the streets. Like the
Yeah.
other night, I had a cheesesteak delivered, the one I did the video for. And I
Yeah.
was talking to my buddy Brian. I actually taught him in school, and his
Mhm.
brother lives down there on the street. And I was saying, I look for Colin every day. I watch these videos. I look for him. I look for him. I said,
Mhm.
have you heard from him? Because I've been praying. He said, yes. He called my mom. He texted her. He, and she was able to get a hold of him too, because he has a phone now. And, and I said, I look for him so often because this poor mother, she lost Colin had a twin named Bonnie. Bonnie was killed in a domestic uh,
Oh,
with a child. The child was in the room when the father stabbed her,
oh
and
gosh.
she was only about 22.
Mm.
And now her twin brother's living down here on the streets. He could go home, and I pray for him to come home. He's got a beautiful home down the street here, a
Yeah.
$350,000 home he could live in with his mother,
They choose it.
father, his brothers, his. I mean, or live with his brother Brian around the corner in the
Yeah.
in the duplex. I mean, his sisters. He's got other sisters, but this is his choice right now. And a lot of them do have a home to go home to,
Mm.
and they come all the way from Florida, all the way up from New York, all the way up from Vermont, all the way out from California, Texas. They hear open air drug market and how cheap it is, and they come
Wow.
here. I would say 50% of these people aren't even from the state
Silly.
of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Then you got about 25 that are from the state, but not from this area. Then you got about 25% that are from this area. This is because most people that are from this area will come home with their drugs and do them at home. And then, unfortunately, we've lost many, many kids to fentanyl, heroin,
Yeah.
and
And this is just a normal night. It's worse than this sometimes.
oh, this is a quiet night.
This is a quiet
This
night
is a
compared to
peaceful night. This is
what's
like
going on with Allie. Is she really sick? Does she have the same specific elements or illness? She is on a ventilator and they're not looking for her to survive.
just to say
Yeah.
that breaks my heart. I
I'm
think of the
the trigger warning up.
interviews.
I'll prove it. For those of you that don't believe she's on a ventilator, there she is.
I think of all the interviews she's given. That special with Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, you pronounce that name Mulaney. That's an Irish name.
This is the last post from
You're
True.
Mulaney.
She is not doing good, y'all. I'm sorry.
I wonder why Hunter does not have his father's last name. He has Mulaney too.
There's something more to that. I don't know. I don't know.
If he
But
has
I,
Mulaney also.
yeah, she's not looking to survive. They said that she went for like when she went unresponsive, she quit breathing and she fell and hit her head. And it's that they don't think she's going to come out of it because of the lack of oxygen.
I bet the hit in the head is the thing that took her.
I don't know if it's that or she where she quit breathing. And if she had pneumonia, I'm going to probably say her oxygen was probably very, very, very low.
You're, I don't mean to be mean, but she is way heavier than me.
And
Perhaps
that
like
could have affected her
now.
as well. She could have been, she might have sleep apnea and everything. I don't know what her
She
health
could be a diabetic.
diabetic, sleep apnea. Yeah. I don't know the whole
There's
story.
a host of things that could, you know, bring that on.
Yeah,
And it's
it's
hard. And she's a smoker.
and
And
she's
she
a smoker.
smoked a pretty heavy smoker from what I saw on the Chris, what's his name, show.
And Hunter and True is getting ready to have a baby. Both of them are getting ready to have a baby. She's getting ready to have
Girl is
two
16
grandbabies.
years old and she's married.
Who?
True, she's married.
No, she's. I think she's 18 or 19.
No, she's 16, isn't she's younger than Hunter.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
I
think.
thought she was. Maybe the other sister is 16.
Yeah, Bear Bear. Bear Bear's little. Bear
Okay.
Bear's the other one. But they said Bear Bear's with Sherry at the hospital. That's the littlest one.
Oh, that's just too much.
They're all under the age of 20. Oh, she's like 22 or a piece of. I don't know if she's that old or not. She's 20 and she's having a baby and is married. So she's
Well,
married.
my mom was 20 and married when having a baby.
So
Hey, it worked out great for her. They were married.
actually, True could get custody of Bear Bear, but if her father wants her, I'm sure she's 38 years old. Yeah,
That might be hard for a 22-year-old to take care of a newborn and a
I don't know how old Bear Bear is though.
tweener. She's probably a tween, like between teenager and a
I
kid.
know they were having a hard time getting food.
Now I agree because I was watching earlier with food donating to a supermarket or something for him to
They
go
said,
food shopping.
yeah,
I
Nana for
don't
Life.
believe in giving him money through a cash app.
Nana for Life was supposed to help them get groceries, I reckon.
I
And then
mean,
some people have been given, and
I have no way to help. I don't have any of those apps or any of those things, or
yeah,
cash for that matter.
it's just sad because I know how hard it is. Because I've been in Holston Valley, and I know when you got a sick parent, you don't want to leave the hospital and run out and go. I couldn't. I lived 2 hours away, but at that time, which they live close to the hospital, so that makes it a little bit easier. But
Is that one of the fancier hospitals, as so to speak?
huh? No, it's a horrible hospital. Mom, I hate it. It's in
I know you have a
Kingsport.
reason to, but is the hospital itself think it's fancy?
It's
Like
an
more
older
metal?
hospital. It used to be a trauma center. I don't think it's still a trauma center, but it used to be a trauma center. And I didn't have a good experience there. Evelyn didn't have a good experience there. She had Logan there. But they did find his heart condition there. So she can't really complain that much about it.
Yes.
So
But then they send him to a children's hospital, right?
no, he was in a NICU at that time. When he got his open heart, they sent him to Vanderbilt's Children to have his open heart.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. That's a great hospital.
Yeah, it was really good. They did really good with him.
We have two children's here. We have St. Christopher's, who's the
Uh-huh.
patron saint of children, and we have a hospital called CHOP, which is world renowned, Children's Hospital of Pennsylvania. It's
Well,
connected
they do
to
have a good
the
hospital.
University of Penn, and the first set of Siamese twins were
Born there,
separated there.
separated there.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they got that fire rolling now, ain't they?
Oh, they both
That
do.
one's smoked out. It's smoking them out, but that one looks like they're good and cozy, ain't they? And that one guy's about to hit the floor. Love his heart.
Oh, he's down. He's down for the count.
He
He
is.
looks like he's prostrating to Allah or something.
Somebody will probably wake him up, I'd say.
I
They'll
say
put
let him
on
sleep.
him and wake him up.
Let him sleep it off. And then
I think a lot of them, that's why they go out on the streets like that, because they're afraid that they're going to go off somewhere and die.
yeah,
by
Yes.
themselves. And at
They
least they
want to
get
be
some help.
around, at least around somebody who might see it and jerk them
Yeah,
and push them and or get them the help they need.
yeah.
But then when the help comes, they don't want to go with the help.
I know that's the crazy part of it.
And that's why my nephew in law gets pissed off because he's the help. He's a first responder. And he
If he
said millions
goes
of
through it,
times they go out to the same place, same thing, and they're just he gets burnt out, and I can see why.
hmm,
It's if you're doing the same thing over and over again, awaken the same person 3, 4 times a week, sometimes more, sometimes twice a day.
yeah.
You're called out for the same person. You get frustrated. Like,
Mhm.
let me take you to the hospital, please. No, no, no. I'm
He'd
on.
fall out of that wheelchair if you gave him a wheelchair. He'd fall out, wouldn't he?
If who fell out
So
wheelchair?
that man needs a wheelchair that died that you were talking about a few days ago.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened to the
Oh, that
wheelchair.
man in a wheelchair. Okay.
I guess his wheelchair was stolen.
I don't know. I'm not sure if any of them were working. I'm not 100% sure about that, Ruby. I didn't know all about this until tonight. The fellow in the wheelchair died.
Well,
Oh,
there's about 8 wheelchairs, so it's hard to pick which one. And
look,
this wasn't a
moment, not
popular guy.
walking.
He was always on the other side of the street. That street's actually wider than it
Poor
looks like.
Michael went to sleep. I want to lean up against that cage.
He looks like he's.
Cozy. If he don't watch, he's going to catch himself on fire.
And that girl that was with him isn't talking to him, he's paying attention right now. She's chatting up somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the guy who sucker punched somebody yesterday
The one in the black jacket.
with the red hoodie on. The black.
Oh, who's that in the black jacket?
Oh, I don't know. That's a woman.
Oh,
Oh, that guy. There was a big fist fight yesterday, big brawl, and he
mm,
just boom, son. He just walked right over and and that's not the first time I've seen him do it. And
mm.
these people go down quick. They
Wow. That the
you
guy in
push
the
him
back.
down. Yeah,
Well,
guy in the
he's
red
saying about
hoodie.
that now. He's getting back up.
Well, his high's wearing off, I guess.
His breeches is probably giving him a cold butt.
He's got sweatpants on under them.
Yeah.
They wear all their clothes or they'll get stolen.
Look, I got two big fires now going.
Oh, look at the other one. Yeah. Well,
Oh,
that one at least is in a like a you know how you have out back if you're going to have a pit. I have
mhm.
one, a metal thing.
These people have no other choice. They're freezing out there.
They are.
I don't
Well,
blame them. I don't
they
blame.
they have choices to go home. They don't want to. And some of them don't have a choice to go home because it's tough love.
It
You
is tough
you
love.
you
Yeah.
come back when you're ready to get sober.
I'm
And
surprised they zoomed in tonight. Usually they'll zoom in on those fires. They,
I don't know if sometimes this camera of the person just sticks it for the night and then in the morning he'll move it around all day.
zooming in and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. This
Oh,
camera
they're sitting on cardboard. I guess to keep from sitting on that cold
keeps you from cold, yeah.
concrete. It
But
was death in the black jacket, Daisy. It was death in the black jacket. Who's death? Daisy, did you say you're going to go there and help them? Yes, we've been thinking about it. Daisy's not got a braid
game
for it.
plan, Serenity. It's our
But
game plan.
I know Dame is going to do it, and Marita's going to meet her. But Daisy, on the other hand, she's got to get a little braver.
I think we can get you there by March.
I don't
Because
know.
the mayor won't have her everything in motion yet. So yes, they will still need help in March. I'm hoping by summertime there's a difference down there.
You think they will?
Yes. Oh, this is her first one of the first things on her agenda.
That's a big agenda, though.
Yeah, but that's why she ran for mayor to clean this up. And
Mm.
but our governor's got to step in too and back her.
People
And
come
Josh
in through
Shapiro
our
will.
system, sell drugs, take shit, and leave. So they come in through the rail systems.
Yep, yep. Shits and giggles got that right. That
Mm.
rail system is it's the lifeblood to this whole mess
Mm.
because it starts at Frankfurt and Pratt, which is about 2 miles up there if you're going north, and then it ends at 69th and Market if you're going south. So that's probably a
Oh,
good
okay.
hour ride on that thing to go from one end to the other with about 90 stops in between. But this thing's fast too. The L is fast. And yeah, they come in
I
on
would
that, or
so
they
agree
come
with you.
over
I would
the
think.
bridge. They'll come over the Betsy Ross Bridge and come right up through Port Richmond, pick up their drugs, and go right back over to Jersey. See
Mm.
what the mayor wants to do is stop these cars now from coming in.
Mm.
She got some good plans, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm backing her on this.
Yeah.
I'm backing her 100%. And I think the whole city is. But it's
Mm.
got to start with the dealers. Arresting these people isn't going to do anything except have a bunch of sick people who are kicking heroin in the prisons and puking on each other and crapping on
But
each other.
yeah, they need mental health. They need mental health facilities.
We
The
do
money
have,
they're
we
taking,
have,
sending across seas, could be used for our American people and their mental health. These people are not able to, a majority of these people are not able to take care of themselves. They're just not. They're not strong enough. They're just
no,
broken.
they're addicts.
Well, their underlying drug addictions is because they have mental health
Oh,
problems,
you get,
such as
most of them,
schizophrenia, bipolar disorder,
probably
mania.
95% of them,
Yeah,
if not more. I mean,
they self medicate with drugs.
yeah.
And I think if they had a decent, if they put more money into mental health facilities in our country, this stuff would go away. But I don't think they want this stuff to go away.
Um, here they do. Because it's given us such a blemish on people because we are a very tourist city.
Am I too loud, y'all?
No.
Juicy Jewel said, Daisy, your sound is too loud. She must have them really good earphones on.
Um, our
You've
city
got
is a city of visitors. We're a tourist city. We're big tourists, especially in the spring and summer. We have all the history downtown. We have the big, beautiful old buildings and so many museums here, and it's a destination place. But people are afraid to come because of this.
yeah.
And what goes on the trains and what goes on the buses, and it all stems from this. This
Yeah,
is the
just let
catalyst
the person
for
sit
all
back
the
in the
shit.
far post. Huh? Go ahead, sorry.
No, this is just shit. This is the catalyst for all the shit that has been happening these past 10 years
Yeah.
here in the city.
Yeah.
After that goof ass mayor we had for 8 years who didn't do crap.
We hope they come up with a good plan and just don't throw these people out where they just don't have nowhere.
No, we actually have a large mental health connection here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have Friends Hospital, we have St. Joseph's Hospital, Northeastern Hospital. Now they're changed Mercy Hospital in West Philly into a drug rehab and mental hospital for people with drug problems.
Yeah.
Of course, they have the VA. We have a VA hospital, but it's the VA is utilized, but these other places aren't always utilized because these people don't want help yet,
I
and
just feel
until
like
they
some of
want
them
help,
just ain't, I
and
just feel like some of them just ain't able to even take care of themselves.
no, they're not. They can't.
They can't get off these drugs. They try and try. They can't. They're just hopeless. They're gonna die.
From what I'm
They're
told,
gonna die.
from people I know who, unfortunately, I know people on this crap,
Mhm.
and they're afraid to be sick
Mhm. And they
because
get deathly sick.
there's no methadone. Yes, I took methadone for Percocet
Mhm.
addiction.
Was it bad to withdraw?
Nope, because methadone it was bad when I went off methadone. I mean, it took me a little bit to get my head cleared, and I wasn't even on a lot. I was only on 15 milligrams a day. But but you're taking methadone for regular heroin, which doesn't really exist anymore. Yeah, it worked for that. Or if you're
Mhm.
taking methadone for Percocet or opioid,
Mhm.
yes, it works for that. Or it's Suboxone or Subutex, whichever you want to call it.
What works for this stuff? After you've had this shit, there's no going back from this
Has
stuff.
nothing for it.
I
That's
know.
why people are afraid to stop. They don't want to be sick. Methadone takes a little, well, probably 25% of the edge off.
Mm-hmm.
And but they're still very sick, and 5 days of bad flu-like symptoms and coming out from both ends, and.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it in a rehab, you're safe
And aches and everything.
because they're giving you like
Look
anti.
how I was just not having my Celexa, and that's not even a narcotic.
Well,
And that's
it
me.
does have a what you're calling in it, a sleep
What
anxiety aid in it.
Celexa does, but it's not considered a narcotic.
No, it's not a narcotic, but it does have a something to help with anxiety.
But look
It's
what
called
it did to me, not
does.
having it for a week.
Yeah,
I
you were
was
going through
about
withdrawal.
it. Huh?
You were going through withdrawal. I could tell
I know I was.
because withdrawal is
I had
not.
to pray the morning I went to get it because I was like, Lord help me. I'm so angry I could run this car wherever. I was just angry and didn't even know what I was angry
No,
about.
yeah, that's what happened. These people, they'll like say, all right, they're going to go into a rehab. We have many rehabs here in the Philadelphia area. We have some great ones. We got some crappy ones, and
Hmm.
most of them will go into the crappier ones because they don't have insurance. I had insurance, so I went into the good ones.
Hmm.
Um, but they'll get the same kind of medicine, and they'll
Hmm.
be given anxiety medicine. They'll be given methadone. They'll
Hmm.
be giving, you know, and there are so many places they can go, but they got to choose to do it. So
Mm.
we have a mental health emergency room. It's just for mental health of drugs, alcohol, and mental issues. It's
Do
called
they
Friends
not
Hospital.
utilize it? Do they not utilize it?
A lot of people do. A lot of people don't. The people that do, they go in for a few days, and then once they start getting weaned down,
Hmm.
they're not getting high off that shit anymore, they go back out.
Wow.
There's a hospital down the street from here. It's 2 blocks down on Allegheny Avenue. It's called Temple Hospital Northeastern. It used to be called Northeastern Hospital, but Temple bought it. Temple's a big hospital here.
Hmm.
And they have a whole floor for drug rehab and mental illness.
Hmm.
They go in and they come out. They go in, they come out, and they come back up here. Go in, come out, come back up here. It's like a revolving door. It's the
Mm.
same thing over and over. They sign themselves out AMA, and because they cannot kick the xylazine and the fentanyl, and
No.
especially the fentanyl.
Right. That stuff's so strong. I mean, hell, it's like they're not even in the world. It takes them out of this world. That's why they don't even know.
They have no clue. They have
Mm-mm.
no clue if they're being AR'd or essayed. They have no clue they're being beaten, robbed. You've seen it.
I know.
Videos of them going through their pockets and taking their bags of stuff, and they have no clue any of this is going on. They wake up like, why are my pants down? Why is it what who did that?
Wake
Who
up
broke my
froze to
pants?
death.
Why is there blood all over?
Yeah.
And then and now with the flesh eating from the inside out, and these people are losing limbs left and right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's so many wheelchairs now. You notice people losing a leg, and then
It's like taking their skin. It's like a bacteria, a really bad bacteria.
oh, it's got
What is that man doing walking around with his britches down?
which
It
one?
looks like anyway.
Which one?
In the blue jacket, his britches is halfway down. He looks like he's getting ready to take a poop.
Oh, he has other pants on under that too. They all wear their pants up, like they'll wear two, three, four pairs of pants
Mm.
because they're given to them and they don't want to get them stolen.
I don't blame him.
And that's what they do. They'll wear all their clothes instead of
Yeah,
putting them in a
there's
bag.
people that goes on the streets. I've seen this here, Ruby Slipper, and they minister to them, and they give them food, and they give them everything. They minister to them, and they even said that they've seen people die right in front of them.
Yeah, these people, I'll tell you what, I shouldn't call them these people, these humans.
Yeah.
Um, they get treated pretty good from outreach programs. I'll give these outreach programs that. And there's an outreach, two outreach programs right there on Kensington Avenue, down a few blocks. One's called the Rock Ministries,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a non-denominational type place. And the
Hello, sir.
other one is St. Francis Inn, which is run by the Catholic Church, or it might not be the church, but the church donates to it and stuff. Now they give hot meals every day,
That's
and they
good.
also have a shelter.
Mm-hmm.
But these people don't want to be in a shelter. When I say these people, I don't mean to be mean. They are human, but it's just
Well,
easier to say. They
yeah,
don't want to be in a shelter because they cannot smoke.
yeah.
They cannot bring their junk in.
Or they're animals.
They can't
A
bring
lot
their
of people
pets
won't go
in.
into shelters because they're animals.
Some of them are not allowed to be away from their female partner or male partner because they don't mix the sexes because of SA and R. Uh, and
Mm.
then if you get caught doing drugs in there, you're really tossed out.
Yeah.
And you're in
The sad thing is, it's just
shit out of luck on that.
some way they could just. But what? How are they going to clean it up? Where are they going to take these people? They can't just shoo
Well,
them out of the city. They'll
that's
come back.
what's going to, if you look at it this way, if you plug up a hole, all
Mm-hmm.
right, you got water coming out of a pipe.
Mm-hmm.
And with that water, mold is growing.
Mm-hmm.
You plug up that, you clean up some of that mold, you plug up that hole,
Yeah.
and the mold goes away, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So this pipeline, will say, is the drug dealers. And
Oh,
they're
that's
giving
true.
all these people the drugs. If they get the drug dealers, plug them up, these people have nothing to be down there for. There's no more heroin. There's no more fentanyl. There's no more fake Percocets and crack and cocaine and methamphetamines and
But
that.
what are they going to do with these people?
Well, these people will disperse back to where they come from. And if they've got mental issues, then they'll be sent in the direction. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of mental health people involved in this program, what they're going to do.
People going to be going crazy, stealing and everything to get drugs.
Well, they do that already.
Well, they do. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. There's a law here that our stupid DA passed. If it's $499 and below, you can't get arrested.
What?
It's got to be $500.
You can steal up to $500 and not get arrested.
Yup. Why do you think they ransacked it during every time there was a riots?
Oh my
Like, why
goodness.
are they
What is
ransacked in
wrong with,
Philadelphia? Nobody got shot here. That
what
happened in
is wrong
Milwaukee.
with him?
Our DA, he hates cops. I think
Why?
he got reelected because if
That's
you
so
look
bad.
at the map of Philadelphia and the areas where the guy who was running against him won, which was all up my way here, we all voted for Rojas or Rios, was
Hmm.
and Charles Peruto. And I hate Charles Peruto Jr. I can't stand the guy, but I voted for him because I wanted Krasner gone.
Do y'all
The
still have an
neighborhoods where
DA? Do you
the
still?
neighborhoods where the most turnout came was in the Black and Hispanic neighborhoods where the mothers don't want to see their children sitting in jail. So they're going to vote in a guy who's not going to make their kids sit in jail. He's going to be out in bail all the time. Now, if you look at these people that are killing people and stuff, and then they read they're out on bail. Their records are a mile long, and Krasner.
Why would a DA not support the police department?
He
That don't make sense.
had issues with somebody. I don't know. Something happened before he was even the DA. When he was a ADA.
No way I would work as a police on these streets and not have a
Well,
back.
that's what it is. They just lost a whole bunch. They went to work in the
You
suburbs.
got to have people to have your back to work on the streets, or you're playing Russian roulette with your.
Well, the new mayor has their back.
Well, that's
The
good.
old mayor was a piece of shit. The only
But
thing
what
he
about
did
the
was
DA? Is the DA not?
tax our soda and every sugary drink. So
Who's going to do that? She
our
did.
mayor did it 6 years
Are they?
ago. A
Are they?
bottle of soda in Philadelphia, a little 16-ounce bottle of soda, costs about $2.99.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You pay some sugar tax
That's
because, and
crazy.
then the money's supposed to go to head
Even Diet Coke. Even Diet Coke.
Yep, because it had aspartame in it. Anything with orange juice, cranberry juice, apple juice, because he said kids were obese, and it was
Uh,
it didn't help with it. Didn't change anything.
no.
Parents
You know
just
what they
made
need to do? They need to get these kids off these cell phones and off these video games.
That's one good thing around here. Kids all play soccer. Soccer's big in Fox Chase. That's our sport. We always joke a baby's born with a soccer ball in their hand in Fox Chase.
Oh, that's good. You have to go to
Then basketball's big.
Is it?
A lot of activity up here. Kids are pretty active. I'll give you that. They're all, but then the parents are always running them. Like when I played ball when I was a kid, my
Mm-hmm.
parents didn't even come to my games.
Oh, now, yeah.
Games
That's something we have done throughout the years with the kids is run,
well,
run,
back
run,
then
run.
it was My dad started coming when I was a little older, and I
Mm-hmm.
was really good. Then he'd come
Uh-huh.
when my sister and I played on the same team.
Yeah. That
In
man's
Harley when I was 18. But they want to keep these kids active to keep them from coming down here and becoming part of this problem. So what
Mm-hmm.
they got to do is the best way to arrest them is arrest the young kids that they hire.
Mm-hmm.
Run those drugs from the trap house to
Mm-hmm.
the corners.
Is that a police car?
They're not going to spend 18 years in jail for you for the couple $100 you're paying them a week or
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 and probably making good money, but they're not going to spend 18 do an 18 run. 18-bit. So you don't have to go to jail. Like they're going to turn on you
Oh yeah,
quick. And then what happens is then they get killed if they don't put them in
like
protective.
the Savannah Soto case.
Yeah, no, well, protective custody.
Oh,
These dealers will. No, that was a drug deal going bad.
mm.
That was a setup, and I think the father was in on it. Oh, see, this they're being a jerk.
Oh no, they're gonna make them put the fires out. Well, it looks like they've already got them out anyway, don't they?
Oh, is that the guy who's always wearing shorts? Yeah, what are you doing in shorts, dude? The firemen
Oh,
always in shorts. They might
they're
just
doing putting the fire out.
maybe, yeah, they're putting them out.
Oh, come on, let these
Nope,
people stay
there.
warm.
He's in shorts. He don't care.
Mm. But
But
still,
oh, he's going to get the. Oh, you know why? Maybe they were mad that somebody set the police booth on fire. Oh, he's got. Oh, that's mean.
what's he doing?
He used the extinguisher, I think,
Is he
or
wetting
water.
it down?
Is he using water or an extinguisher?
Looks
He
like
used
he's
the
getting this.
hose. Oh,
Stop. They need to stop doing that. Let these people stay warm, devils.
yeah, but it also causes fires.
I know.
But yeah,
Don't spray these
well, these
people.
are the ways they want to get them off the streets.
I know.
Do these things, but I'm with you on that. Like, give them all a bucket, a big trash can. Let them
Give
have
them,
fire.
yeah, a metal can to
Yeah,
burn.
like they do down in South Philly at the Italian market. That's all outside in the winter, and in the
Mhm.
summer they have big trash can fires, but there are contained fires, and you won't put them out because the mafia will come get you down in
Oh,
South Philly. I
those
can't
poor
believe he did
people, they're
that. He got
freezing
the
out.
hose. He did it with the hose. You don't
Anybody
even
ought to get them a Mr. Buddy heater because you can charge them or put propane in them and they'll keep you warm. A Mr. Buddy.
need the
And it
one.
and where they're outside, um, it will keep them like they're not in danger. It's only if they're inside, Mr. Buddy or can let off
Is that
like
that small thing I seen?
I don't know.
Um, the thing is, the guy with the orange blanket there around him,
Yeah,
his fire was in a contained fire pit, like the
and they
metal
put
fire
it
pit thing.
anyway.
They should have left them.
There
The
is one
other
store
fire
open.
was illegal, the one against the cage, because
Yeah.
that could have set anything up on fire.
Well,
And
that
there's
person looks like
electric
they're good.
fire.
They're sleeping on top of that where that fire was.
But did they?
Yeah,
Oh,
look at
not
him.
that wood. Then that wood's no good anymore.
But
They'll have
he's
to rip it
sleeping up
off.
against it.
But it's really not that cold tonight. I gotta be honest with you.
Mm,
It's not super cold. My heat hasn't been going on a lot, and I keep it at 68.
they said it was 29. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not that bitter 29.
Uh,
You know the difference between like that bitter? It's actually smells very nice out.
I
Smells.
tell you what, I don't care what anybody's done in their life. I just want to take them a bunch of warm beds, blankets, clothes, and put them to bed and let them sleep
I want
again.
them to have a pillow. I don't know. I got this
I want
weird.
them to have a pillow.
I want
Yeah,
them all to have a pillow because I
yeah.
lay my head on a pillow at night and it feels so good. And I think
I
of them and I say, this
think of
feels
them a lot.
nice.
The
And
burnt trash. How can you not think of them? Like when you start feeling bad about your life, turn on this channel right here or go put in Kensington and
yep,
then you'll not feel so bad about your life.
yeah, it gives you a whole
They're living nightmares right now.
a whole new
And they can't get out of it. They can't get away from they can't get off this drug. They've tried and tried and tried and they just can't. It's just sad. Only God knows their struggle, you know?
Yeah. Debbie,
I'm glad they have a lot of
I
help.
don't know. I'm not for starting fires either. If it's in a trash can, I think that's okay. I don't think they should like. And that fire, one guy's had that fire in a fire pit. Uh, but sometimes the firemen will not bother and they'll just go by. But other times, like tonight, they, I guess, felt that, well, no, you don't get a fire tonight. Um, but I didn't like that fire against that cage there. That was not safe. And it would be very hard to burn down the station, though, because it's all travertine tile, marble, and metal. There's no wood anywhere around it. Um, Even if you go above, it's no wood. It's all metal, all iron, and but yeah, I agree. I don't think they should just have random fires on the pavement because that could blow in the wind out to the middle of the street, and a car could be coming down. And I think that's what the firemen think of. Like, oh, if the car comes down Kensington Avenue and the flames go out. But I don't know. It's I I just breaks my heart because I sit here and think I got a roof over my head, food in my fridge, a blanket, a pillow, a beautiful mattress. I mean, clothes on my back, 5 loads of laundry today, and they don't have 5 articles of clothing.
They don't even have a warm chair to sit down on.
And now they all smell like smoke on top of it, which is
Yeah.
a smell I hate. I hate fire pits for that reason. I never sit around the fire pit because the
Even
smoke
though,
always seems to follow me.
even though they're all even though they're all, adults and stuff, I still, I don't know. I just want to take care of them.
It's the humane thing to do. I mean, it's what we're taught when we were taught the Beatitudes,
Mhm.
and that's how I feel about it.
Mhm.
Um, you got to help your neighbor.
Mhm.
You can't help your neighbor. You can't love your neighbor. You can't love yourself. And
That's right.
I just you got to help some way somehow. And
Mhm.
maybe I feel a little bit different about it because I live here.
Mhm.
I am a recovering addict, not of heroin or anything, but of opioids. I have family members who are cousins and stuff who are recovering heroin addicts. I've
Mhm.
lost people to addiction,
Mhm.
and it touches me. It touches me real close.
A lot of these are your people too.
Yeah, and and it's just and it breaks me. It breaks me in every sense of the word. But
Mhm.
then on the other hand, you think, well, I got clean and sober. Why can't they get clean and sober? I
Everybody's story's different though. Everybody's
exactly,
journey.
exactly. Till
Mhm.
you walk, till I had somebody walk in my shoes. Though my story's not that big and interesting or anything, I abuse painkillers. I don't have like some grandiose story of being abused as a child or anything.
Mhm.
But there's a reason why I did it, and it was stupid. And
Well, we all make mistakes.
and exactly, but I remember sitting in a rehab saying to the people, "But I have a degree in education. How could this happen?" And the guy sitting next to me looked at me and said, "I have a degree in medicine." And that just put it like, yep. It can be
They
any.
don't built that far back.
Good for them. Good. I guess they didn't get it all that one
I
way.
mean, yeah, I see where you're saying. It happens to the best of it. Well, not
Yeah,
me, but
a
to other
degree doesn't
people.
mean anything. Just means
Right.
I can understand some bigger words. That's all.
Mhm. Well,
Mean
you're
I'm a little
educated,
smarter,
you know.
and a lot of things are hereditary. Now,
Yeah, they are.
drank or smoked,
I
but
really believe they are
a
hereditary.
generation before that,
Yeah.
and my mom's sister was hooked on. Back in the day, they used to call 'em mommy's little helpers. And
Yeah.
she died very young because of them. And but so the gene was in my family. It just had to be open. The door had to be open. And I got dumped. He broke my heart and it opened the door. That's all
Um,
it took. And then everything else on top. My brother's death was the biggest catalyst.
yeah.
But all it took, one thing. And if you suffer from depression, I'm not bipolar or anything, but I have clinical depression. Most
Mm-hmm.
people have it more
They
than not, and it runs in my family. And boom, that's all it took. Michael dying, which will be
do.
24 years next week, and
Um,
then I went crazy.
was
Then I
that when your
got
brother died?
sober.
You say
Then
when your brother?
my eldest brother, yes,
I remember you talking about that.
yeah, he's a wonderful man. And I'd get sober, fall back, get sober, fall back. This is
But
the
the
longest
main
I've
thing
ever been
is
sober.
you're
And
doing good now. Lord, they got another one.
oh my
Look,
God, they did it again.
they don't care.
Now, see, they probably thought they're not going to come out again. The guy in the pair of
Mm-hmm.
shorts. Now, see these trucks that pull up in cars?
Mm-hmm.
They're either looking for a hooker,
Mm.
to, or now not that part. Some people are just driving to work or something. But if they're
Mm-hmm.
pulling up on the side and pulling over, or they're actually looking for their child or
Mm.
family member,
Mm.
and to tell them meet me down here. And some of them, like I have a few friends whose parents go down there and give them money, or a family member does, or a loved one. And like I was just asking my cousin today about that because she's
You know
pulling
what?
clothes, and she
Uh,
said,
Valerie's wanting to know if there's updates on Allison. No updates on Allison that we know of. You was in here earlier when we were talking about it, but we haven't heard anything else back yet. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
no, I'm just saying that that's what most of these people pulling up in cars late at night are doing. They're either looking for jolly, get my jollies, or
Mm-hmm.
to buy drugs, or a lot of them, probably 50% of them, are just coming down to give their family member money or checking on them, making sure they're eating, at least have a winter coat, gloves, a hat.
They
Or
don't.
a lot of people go down there looking for their and they'll post pictures. You'll see sometimes you'll see them on these towers here. Pictures
Yeah.
of have you seen so and so? And
Mm-hmm.
somebody said who runs uh, the Savage Sisters. Uh, they said they're not lost. They just don't want to be found. Like
They.
they're not missing. They don't want to be found because
Yeah.
people say, "Oh, they're missing. They're missing." No, they're down there and they don't want to come back.
They. Some of them seem like they're holly jolly there. And
Yeah, they have a whole life. New, they think
why
these.
does that guy got an umbrella
He always sits with that. Well, better keep it because it's going to pour on Wednesday, tomorrow,
tomorrow? Mm.
today, like later today,
Is today Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Oh.
Oh, tomorrow is my sister's birthday
Oh, well, happy birthday to your
and my
mommy.
great nephew.
Oh,
He'll be 6 and she'll be 71.
oh, happy birthday to them.
Adeline and what's his Nolan? I couldn't think of his name. There's too many of them.
Uh,
Yeah, It's always a birthday in my family. Always a birthday. It's just the
A
way
lot
it
of family members, ain't they?
too many.
Yeah.
In-laws, outlaws. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Aw.
It's the best way to be. You know that you have a big family.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can well, we don't really fight, but we could be pissed off at each other.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
but God forbid somebody does something to one of us.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm always glad that my niece, who's the toughest one,
Uh-huh.
closest with, and we're very, very close. We're like sisters almost.
Aw.
Oh, I'm 15 years older than her, or 17 years. We're really tight, and she's a tough cookie.
That's where she's got it from you.
Nah, I'm not tough. I'm far from tough. I talk tough. See, that's the whole Philly secret. If you talk tough, they think you're tough. I went up with her. She looked at
Messing with her.
she'll cut you. Snitches get stitches. No, I won't do that. I'll probably run the other way. I never won this fight in my life.
Uh,
Oh no, I got jumped once by
oh, oh,
two lesbians in high school because
oh.
somebody else called them lesbian. Well, called them a nasty,
And it
derogatory
wasn't
term.
you?
And I was walking with them, so they came after me
Oh,
because I was the weakest of the bunch.
oh, oh
Eh,
my
they got
goodness.
the shit kicked out of them. It all worked out in the end.
I guess. Well, guess I'm gonna try to get off here. I've been on here
I'm
3 hours.
going to get ready for bed. I have things to
I
do.
appreciate you coming up here and talking about Kensington with me. I've missed talking about it and stuff.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about Allie. I really,
Me too. Me
that's
too.
just a kick in the teeth.
Maybe she'll pull through. That's all we can pray
Hey,
for.
my mom was in a coma she had triple bypass.
Mm,
When they took her off the machine, she
hmm.
broke.
She what?
And they put her on a vent. And she was in a coma for 4 or 5 days. And when she woke up, she knew my brother and I owed her money. So
There you go.
I
She's
mean,
back
it took her a
going
while
up.
to walk again. She could talk, but walking was hard. But she was fine. I mean, well, she always was on unsteady, used a cane or a walker after that. But she was she still knew when I didn't give her the change when I went to the store.
Nope. If I remember that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. All
Aw.
right. Good night, everyone. God bless
Good
you.
night, and thank you
Stay
for.
healthy. Please don't kiss babies. Don't hug people. Just wave to people because this RSV is
It's
nothing
bad.
to mess with. So many people I know have it right now. Between
Oh,
that
yeah.
and and COVID, I don't know how I've gotten so lucky, but
Well, you
uh,
stay
I
out of the.
well, I basically stay with the same people all the time. But
Well, that's good.
you go to church or you go to. I was in the laundromat today, but I stayed away from everybody. But I
That's
ran into one of my old boyfriends.
oh
I haven't seen him since we were about 15.
oh.
Yeah, we went to get out together for 3 days. That's how
Y'all
long
went
it
out together
lasted
for
back
3 days.
when you were 15. Poor.
Uh,
And oh, it was so good to talk to him though.
yeah. I bet.
And he told me where he lives. So
Oh, Marita. There you go.
so yeah, just don't be hugging people. Don't be, just high five them, punch them, call them on the phone or something. Just be careful, please, everyone, because I don't want to see anything happen to anybody else. I mean, I don't know Allie. I only know her through YouTube, and it just breaks my heart. She has children, and now she's going to have grandchildren. And
Needs to stay around for a while, don't she?
yeah, yeah, she's got things to look forward to. So
Yeah.
maybe in her mind, if they're talking to her, she can hear them and tell, you know, them telling her to keep fighting.
Yeah,
I hope she does.
I do too.
All right. God
Yeah.
bless everyone. Peace out.
All right. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye, honey. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here tonight. Thank you all for coming in and joining me tonight. I'm going to play some music and let y'all watch a little bit more. Y'all stay prayed up. Y'all stay safe out on here, these YouTube streets. And pray for Allie and pray for, who else were we talking about tonight? Oh, Savannah's family and Matthew's family. And I pray for y'all too. I love y'all. Stay warm and stay cuddled in your bed tonight. Good night, everybody. Bye.